For the first time ever, it's a Cardines Field matchup between the Newport Gulls and the Bristol Blues. Hi, everybody. Zach Letson getting you set for tonight's matchup. It's a Gulls team that's hot, winners of 3 straight after beating Bristol on Sunday, and the Blues heading in the other direction, losers of 6 in a row. Will that continue tonight? We'll find out at 6:35, but first, the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
It's Gulls Eye View. Zach Letson joined alongside Gulls infielder Dawson Brigman. And Dawson, bit of a late arrival to this team compared to some of the other guys, but how have you enjoyed being in Newport so far?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm definitely getting used to it. It's been cool to be out here and meet the guys and, stay with the host family. So it's been a little interesting, but I like it so far.
Well, been pretty good for this Gulls team so far. In that first start on Saturday, hitting a big double and a home run in that victory. How have you been able to contribute so fast and get comfortable really so fast with this team?
I think it comes with just, the summer ball, the approach that we have. We're not trying to be too serious, just staying loose, having fun, and going out there and just, giving it everything we got. So showing up early, I didn't try to put too much pressure on myself, and I got some good results. So, yeah.
Well, that leads into my next question a little bit in terms of what I was going to ask you. How does this compare to – you played a lot at Santa Clara, over 115 games in 2+ seasons. How does this, even though it's only 2+ games for you here so far, kind of compare, and how is it different to playing at Santa Clara?
I think Santa Clara there's a couple of different aspects in terms of like the team aspect and the routine. Communication is a little different. So out here, it's a lot more relaxed, a lot more casual. But we still, we're on top of everything. We make sure, we get our jobs done and everything like that. But from here, it's fun. It's you get out here, you're just playing ball. You're not overstressed. You're not overthinking. I think sometimes when you're playing at school or university, it can be a little more serious, a little more hard focused, and so that can kind of get to some guys. And yeah, so it's a little different, but yeah, it's definitely enjoyable out here, and it's been a lot of fun.
All right, Dawson. Well, thanks so much for the time and good luck tonight. All right. Gulls pregame show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
And welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show. I'm John Perrick, and I'm joined alongside Greg Zackerson today. Well, Greg, the Newport Gulls are 5-1. The pitching staff has been dominant, but what can we expect going into tonight against Bristol?
Well, tonight we got Grant Umberger. Throws very hard, left-hander. I'm hoping he kind of gets ahead of hitters because he's got a lot of good stuff. So I'm hoping he gets ahead, throws strikes, and he can work that breaking ball late and count. And he's pretty unhittable when he gets ahead.
On Sunday, we saw Jimmy Kingsbury give you 6 dominant innings. Can you just talk a little bit about Jimmy's performance?
Jimmy did a great job getting ahead. Kind of went to his breaking ball a little too much, innings 2 and 3. Then went to his fastball, which was electric that day, and he pitched very good. He's also, he was here in 2019, so he kind of knows what to expect, and he's kind of looking to make a big jump being an older kid, especially whether it's a draft or whatever it is. So he's kind of excited and ready to throw a lot of innings.
And now throughout the season, we've seen Newport Gulls starters kind of struggle a little bit early on in games. Going into tonight, are you worried about that, or do you think that just happens early on in the season?
I think that does, because a lot of the guys weren't ready, or they had a couple of weeks off. Or some of the guys we have didn't start all the time at school. So they're still trying to get their feet wet of how to get the routine of Newport when we have a lot of guys on the field trying to get ready, trying to get hot. When do I take a break? So a lot of that's still a feel thing right now for a lot of guys at home. They're still trying to figure it out, but I think we'll be fine as we get things ironed out.
Well, again, the Gulls home again tonight. Newport's been hot lately. Going on into the season, how can Newport's pitching continue to stay hot and lead the Gulls to more victories down the line?
Truthfully, it's just all about throwing strikes. I mean, our guys throw hard. They all have good breaking stuff. It's really just staying healthy and throwing hard.
Well, Greg, thank you very much. And I'm John Perrick, and the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show continues next.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
It's time for the Broadcasters Roundtable here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Zach Letson joined alongside Bristol Blues broadcaster Scott Gladstone and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, John Perrick. And Scott, I'll start with you. Bristol struggling a little bit as of late, losers of 6 straight, a lot of close games, a lot of close losses, including Sunday against these Gulls 6-2. What's kind of the key in your mind to kind of turning it around?
I mean, I think it comes down to clutch batting. I was taking a look at the stats earlier today, and by my numbers, 5 two-out RBIs on the season for Bristol. And so the big thing is they're getting runners on base. They're getting guys in scoring position. The problem is when it comes down to those two-out at-bats, they're just not finding a way to get guys across the plate. So I think the Blues are knocking on the door right now, but it's going to take a team effort to get rid of the skid, and that's what they're going to be trying to do here tonight in Newport.
Well, it's the second straight time, John, that these two have played. Newport 6-2 winners on Sunday against the Bristol Blues. And tonight, Newport kind of heading the other direction, winners of 3 straight and going with Grant Umberger for the first time in a starting role on the mound.
Well, yeah, Newport's hot right now, and it's going to be interesting to see if Umberger can just continue that momentum. Again, Newport 5-1, tied at the top of the division with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, and going into tonight, if the Gulls do win and Martha Vineyard loses, Newport has sole possession. But really, how Newport has been winning games is the interesting story. They haven't been relying on the long ball or just the pitching. It's kind of been just a great collective team effort so far this season. But tonight, Newport's back home, and hopefully they can get back in the win column.
Well, Gulls and Blues coming up here from Cardines Field at 6:35. But first, the pregame show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Once again, here is Zach Letson and the Newport Gulls broadcast team.
We welcome you to Cardines Field for tonight's first ever matchup at historic Cardines Field between the Newport Gulls and the Bristol Blues. Zach Letson joined alongside the broadcaster for the Bristol Blues, Scott Gladstone, and the Newport Gulls field reporter, John Perrick. And Scott, I'll start with you. This matchup of two teams that played just 2 days ago, and it was a good night for Newport, who came on top 6-2.
Yeah, and it was a hectic night, as we both know, because we were there at Muzzy Field. Lots of base runners flying left, right, and center. Errors here and there, and in the end, Newport came out on top, and that's kind of proved the story thus far for both sides. Newport's had a great start to their season. On the other side, Bristol is now losers of 6 straight. And, every night is a night for them to look to get back on track, and that's what they're going to do tonight. They got 6 straight days with games, 4 of them on the road, and it's time to become road warriors, and they're excited to try and get a win streak instead of a losing streak on their record tonight.
Well, Scott, you touched on it at the end, and John, will ask you here for the Gulls. The Blues losers of 6 straight, but the Gulls heading in the complete opposite direction. They've won 5 out of 6 to start the year, and 3 straight, red hot, coming into tonight's matchup at Cardines.
Yeah, they're red hot, absolutely. And, in the last few years, we haven't really seen this be the case where the Gulls get off to such a strong start, but that is the case right now. But tonight's going to be interesting. You've got Umberger on the mound. He hasn't started a game yet for Newport. It's going to be his first time out of it's his first time starting, but he's had 2 performances out of the pen, and his stuff, to quote Coach Winterode, he said his stuff's just nasty, so why not put him on the bump to start a game? So it's going to be an interesting showing from Umberger tonight, and hopefully Newport can edge out another win.
Well, Umberger, as you said, 2 appearances on the mound, 2 innings last Thursday, and Newport's only loss of the season came against the Mystic Schooners. He also pitched in Newport's opening night victory, slammed the door against the Valley Blue Sox. On the other side, for the Bristol Blues tonight, it's Garrett Coe who gets the start out of the University of Connecticut, and he is making, Scott, his 2nd appearance with the team this season.
Yeah, and his first appearance just came out of the pen, just trying to get him acclimated to summer ball and ECBL ball. Pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 run, did not get a strikeout, 3 walks for him. He is a physically imposing presence on the mound. Everybody will be able to see that in a second. He comes out, he stands tall, he's got a big beard, and he will stare you down and throw hard against you. Not a ton of time with UConn this past spring. 9 2/3, 0.93 ERA. 12 strikeouts to 6 walks, but the coaching staff for Bristol is hoping that he becomes a force, the force that he visibly and physically is on the mound, just as much in the stat column for the Blues this summer as you can see. So it should be exciting for his first start tonight.
Well, Bristol and Newport, both a little bit different of a lineup that the ones that we saw from each one of these teams on Sunday. So, Scott, why don't you take us through the starting 9 tonight for the Bristol Blues?
Yeah, it's a lineup that has 3 out of the top 4 batters in terms of average out of the lineup. Anthony Galassin is the only player that's in those top 4 for batting average that is in there, and he leads it off. Tyson Cooper bats 2nd, Skylar Messenger 3rd, Christian Fedko makes his debut batting 4th, Logan Stevens batting 5th, Chad Knight 6th, and the bottom 3 are Tyler Keith, Nate Vigent, and Chris Davis.
Starting 9 for Bristol, looking to snap a 6-game losing skid. Newport, on the other side, winners of 3 in a row. They will top it off to start the order with Sam Cochran leading off for the Gulls in his 7th straight game, backed up by Dawson Brigman, who's had a big start to the season for the Gulls, 3 for 10 to start. Matt Wood does the catching and hits 3rd. Justin Guerrera, who's been sensational, 3-hit performance on Sunday, hits cleanup. Bryce Hewlett out of Pittsburgh playing 1st and hitting 5th. Grayson Moore, the 2-way player. We've seen him on the mound. We've seen him in left field. Tonight, he is in left field, bats 6th. Spencer Smith playing shortstop out of Northeastern and hitting 7th. CJ Pizarro, the Vanderbilt products, playing the hot corner for the Gulls and hitting 8th. And Jordan Rogers. First game as a Newport Gull for Jordan Rogers out of the University of Michigan. He gets the start in the 9th spot. As we mentioned, Grant Umberger going up against Garrett Coe. Today's umpires, let's give them to you. Matthew Gaetain, Anthony Letizio, and Sam Finn will be the umpires. So let's send it down to the field for tonight's opening night introductions and our national anthem.
Greg Zackerson from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. We were not given the list of the umpires tonight. However, please show them the utmost respect. Now, if you would rise and remove your caps, we will now have a rendition of our national anthem.
5 minutes away from first pitch between the 5-1 Newport Gulls and the 1-7 Bristol Blues. Gave you starting lineups. Let's give you the Newport Gulls defensive alignment as they are set to take the field here in just moments. For the Gulls, left to right across the outfield, it's Grayson Moore, Jordan Rogers, and Sam Cochran. Left to right across the infield, CJ Pitaro, Spencer Smith, Justin Guerrera, and Bryce Hewlett, with Matt Wood, the battery mate to Grant Umberger, on the mound. Getting set for first pitch, and we mentioned it, Scott. This is a Bristol team that has lost a lot of heartbreakers after losing in a blowout night number 1 against Danbury. A lot of games that just haven't gone their way. A lot of nail biters. What's the key, do you think, to kind of turning that around and getting on the right side of luck here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer of the fact that you make your own luck, and I think this Bristol Blues lineup is has the exact same feeling, and so does head coach Ronnie Palmer. These guys have just got to figure out. We're at the point in this season, we're over a sixth of the way through the schedule, and you know, there is no excuse at this point, and you know, there's a good mix of new guys coming in. Fedco makes his debut, like I said. Guys that are just starting to get their feet under them, and Messenger and Chad Knight, who we saw in his debut on Sunday when you were at Muzzy. And it's guys like that are going to bring good energy to this team, alongside the guys that have been here and have seen the struggles that Bristol has to start out their year. All these guys, of course, first and foremost, want to win games, but they also got to realize when your stats look good and you're winning games, a lot of people, especially scouts, will pay more attention to you. So I think it'll come together, but it's just been a situation of bad luck mixed with guys not making their own luck.
Well, we see the Gulls on the field for the first time, and Grant Umberger, John, takes the mound as a starter for the first time. Of course, we mentioned he has pitched twice for the Newport Gulls in 2 crucial situations at the end of games. Now he's pitching at the beginning of the game in a starter role. What can Gulls fans kind of expect from the Virginia Tech product on the mound?
Yeah, well, just overall, I think tonight we're going to see a bit of a bullpen day for both teams because, as you mentioned, Umberger, he's not an actual starter, at least for his respective college he wasn't. This is kind of a bit of an experiment that the Gulls are doing tonight. And also on the other side, Coe, he was not a starter at UConn. He was a reliever. He came out of the bullpen. So I think we've got 2 pitchers. I wouldn't expect much depth from either one of them. So I think both teams are going to lean on the bullpens as this game goes on.
Should be a good one. 6-2 final on Sunday between these two teams. A 3rd straight win for Newport, who are 5-1 to open this season up, as we're just about ready for baseball here at Cardines Field. A gorgeous night here on a Tuesday night. Not exactly what we had planned. This game was scheduled for a night ago and postponed due to rain. The 3rd time this season a Gulls game has either been called off, postponed in some fashion. Of course, the Friday night opener against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, that will be made up in a doubleheader later this season. And the game that was the home opener against the Valley Blue Sox cut short after 6 innings. That's a game that Newport won 8-4.
Anthony Gallison from Elon University in Colts Neck, New Jersey.
Umberger set as Anthony Gallison, the first batter of the ball game. Big hack and a miss on the first pitch. Coming in at 6:34 p.m. 69 degrees and sunny for tonight's matchup. Not a cloud in the sky at Cardines Field.
Great baseball weather.
Gallison watches a pitch skip in the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Big day for Bristol on Sunday. Probably the best of any of these Blues bats. Looks at another pitch down low.
After such a rough start weather-wise, Newport couldn't ask for anything more than what they've got today.
Here comes the 2-1. Pitch inside, and 3 balls and 1 strike to Gallison.
Yeah, Gallison laying off a little bit more than usual. He is among the bottom of the Bristol team in terms of average pitches seen per plate appearance. Usually he only sees about 3.4 pitches, and he's already over that with 4 in this first at-bat.
Looks at a 3-1 fastball just outside. 1 plate appearance and 1 base runner for the Bristol Blues to start things in the top of the first.
Number 4, Tyson Cooper.
Gallison reached base 3 times on Sunday, and right back on it again with a walk to start things off. Here's Tyson Cooper, who the Gulls did not see on Sunday. Hits in the designated hitter spot for Newport tonight, for Bristol, excuse me. Pretty hefty leadoff first for Gallison. Here comes the first pitch. Another ball upstairs. 5 of the first 6 pitches from the Virginia Tech lefty outside the zone. This pitch gets all the way back to the backstop, out of the reach of Ceruto, and Gallison will take second base.
Before the game, Zackerson said his goal just wants strikes out of all of his pitchers tonight, so not exactly the start he wanted, but it's early.
On the other side, aggressive base running for Gallison. He was caught stealing twice on Sunday. Tried to steal home in that 6-2 loss for Bristol. 2-0 gets in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tyson Cooper out of Penn State College, Pennsylvania native. It's this one right back to the fence. Good thing there's a fence here to protect us. A .227 average in the first 5 games of the season for Cooper. 1 long ball and 3 RBI. One of the 2 home runs that the Bristol Blues have this season belongs to Cooper. 2-2. All just low. Ceruto tried the frame, but just wasn't there, and the count is run full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Umberger, after falling behind 2-0, bounces back. That's a big first strikeout and a big first out to start this ball game.
Yeah, when I talk about make your own luck, I mean, these are situations that I'm talking about. You got a runner on second, you got no outs. Runner on second is the fastest guy in your lineup right now, and not being able to put the ball in play there, that's something that we've seen already from Blues, and stuff that you kick yourself later for in a close game.
First pitch to Skylar Messenger is outside for ball 1. Still a pretty darn good opportunity for the Blues to try to score first. It was the Gulls that struck first on Sunday, as they've done a lot this year. Part of why Newport's had such a strong start to the season. So this one is driven out of play.
Yeah, and something I mentioned on Sunday was that these Blues have not held a lead. It's not just been a 6-game losing streak. They've not held a lead since their win Friday, 2 Fridays ago against Ocean State, and that's part of why it's been such a long losing streak.
Big cut and a miss from Messenger. 1-2. Game that was pretty close on Sunday. 4-2 ball game. Newport tacked on 2 to kind of put it out of the reach in the 7th inning. Closely contested ball game at Muzzy Field. The first game ever between these 2 teams, with Bristol in the NECBL for the first time. 1-2 is outside, and Ceruto gives a look to Gallison back at second base.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch on the base paths. Of course, it's not fun when he gets thrown out, as we saw a couple times on Sunday, but he is fun because he will dance and do everything he can to try and help his batter out by trying to get the pitcher thinking about him rather than throwing strikes.
Before the 2-2, another look to Gallison. Well, he tried catching Kingsbury off guard on Sunday by running before the pitch was even thrown, and Kingsbury was able to look back and pick him off. Big lead over at second. Here it comes. Fastball driven again out of play. Messenger 2 for 16 in his first 4 games with the Bristol Blues. 0 for 3 in the first matchup between these two. Did have a walk. Coming off a fantastic season with the Kansas Jayhawks. Hits this one back to the screen. Do it again. A .324 average in 56 games with 2 homers and 39 RBI. And before that, he was supposed to be a Newport Gull. Signed with the team before there was no 2020 season in the New England Collegiate Baseball League. 2-2. Just outside, and now a throw goes down to third, and Gallison will take off for third, and he slides in safe. Aggressive base running, and it pays off for the left fielder.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great throw by Wood there to get it to Guerrero at second, but he realized Gallison did that, you know, he wasn't going to get back to second in time, so why not just try and take third? And there you see the aggressive base running pay off.
The pitch. It's a breaking ball inside for ball 4, and walk number 2 to start things off here in the top of the first.
The second baseman, number 12.
Well, here's the cleanup man making his first plate appearance in his first game as a Bristol Blue. Don't let that fool you. Quite the dangerous bat, Christian Fedko, out of the University of Connecticut. The first pitch, change up outside. Just finished his junior season as the team captain with the Huskies. Of course, they were in the NCAA tournament. And he was a part of the South Bend Regional All-Tournament team. Looks at a fastball that just catches the outer part of the plate, and it's 1-1. .295 average in 50 games for UConn, who went 1-2 in that regional with a win over Michigan. The pitch, hit back to the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still a large opportunity for Bristol to try to strike first. Gallison on third, Messenger at first after 2 walks to the first 3 batters of this game.
Yeah, and that was Umberger's 22nd pitch. 10 of them have been strikes.
As Fetko loses the bat on a ball that he hits foul. Already a lengthy first inning. Pitch number 24 coming from Grant Umberger, who has pitched twice this season for the Gulls but has not gone further than 2 innings. This is his first start. Pitched in Newport's lone loss, a 6-4 heartbreaker at the Shipyard against Mystic. There's a breaking ball in there for strike 3. So Umberger, a pair of walks, but a pair of punch-outs, and there's 2 away in the top of the first.
The right fielder, number 27.
So far this season, we've seen Newport give up a few early runs. So if the Gulls can get out of this jam here, it'd be excellent with the top of their lineup having been so productive as of late.
Opportunity for Umberger to dance out of some trouble. Here's Logan Stevens, the lefty for the Bristol Blues. First pitch. There's a fastball that catches the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and in the round table in the pregame, this is exactly what I'm talking about. 2 outs, runner on third. He got there with 1 out, and he got to second with no outs. And this is the type of situations Bristol's come up short in the past.
Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. So now Umberger getting out ahead of hitters. This time to the Tulane Green Wave product, Logan Stevens. He's got just 2 hits in his first 5 games with Bristol. This would be a big time for a third. Gallison at third and Messenger at first base. No score early on. 0-2. Breaking ball got him. Grant Umberger strikes out the side in the top of the first and strands 2 Bristol Blues. We're through half an inning at Cardines Field. No score between Bristol and Newport on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Stay tuned. Be sure to check out the Gulls online at newportgulls.com. That's newportgulls.com. NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Back here at historic Cardines Field, no score early on between the Bristol Blues and the Newport Gulls. Thanks so much for joining us on a Tuesday night home game between these two teams. Zach Letson here in the booth, joined alongside Scott Gladstone, the broadcaster for the Bristol Blues, and John Perrick, field reporter for the Newport Gulls. First hacks for the home side for Newport against Garrett Coe, the man on the bump tonight for Bristol.
Number 3, Sam Cochran of the College of Charleston. He resides.
One appearance this year for Garrett Coe on the bump. 2 hits and no hits and 1 earned run in the 4-0 loss for Bristol to Martha's Vineyard. Here's Sam Cochran for Newport. Takes a big swing and a miss on a first pitch breaking ball. What a start to the year Cochran has had. Leads the team with 10 hits. Multi-hit games in each of the last 3 games for the Gulls. All 3 Gulls victories. He's had a fastball outside. It's 1-1.
If there's a player on this team to watch, it's Cochran. I was talking to Newport Gulls hitting coach Regan today, and he was telling me that Cochran might be the most competitive player he's seen in the NECBL.
Ten for 26 is Cochran this year. 1-2. Goes out and gets it and pops it foul. Now a player at the College of Charleston after transferring there. Played with Eckerd College before that, but they did not have a 2020 season. And he saved his 2021 season, rather, and saved his extra year of eligibility. Figured, why not? 1-2. Pitch that he laces into the gap. The left fielder coming over and making a dive is the left fielder Gallison. He made the catch.
Yeah, those legs are a weapon, and we saw it when he stole third earlier, and you see it there too. Being able to rove the outfield and scoop that one up. Cochran might have been able to get extra bases if that one was able to get down. Instead, nothing doing.
Absolute highway robbery, but no surprise to see Cochran coming out with hard contact.
Here's Dawson Brigman for Newport. hitting in the DH spot tonight. This is third start with the Gulls. First start at Cardines Fields. First start as a Gull was a pretty big one. Newport's thrilling 8-6 victory over the Waves. Shoots this one out into shallow right field. Center fielder Davis coming over, camps under it, and makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Two up and 2 down for Garrett Coe on the mound. Here's Peter Cerruto for Newport, hitting in the 3 spot. The Rutgers catcher.
Short Hills, New Jersey.
Takes a big swing and a miss on a first pitch fastball. Kevin Winterode has been going back and forth between both him and the catcher, Matt Wood. Kind of an embarrassment of riches to have with 2 talented bats. He last played against the Ocean State Waves as a designated hitter and went 2 for 5. A Newport goal in 2021 and a Newport goal in 2019 as well.
Yeah, when I was talking to Winterode before the game, he just couldn't stop raving about how much Cerruto has been a help to this team and how much he's improved since he was last here.
Looks out another pitch out of the zone, and it's 3-1. Played 19 games with Newport in that season where they won 27 games. Grounds this one hard back up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Messenger, on to first in time. 1-2-3 go the Gulls in the home half of the first. Through 1 full at Cardines Field. No score between the Blues and the Gulls right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
A reminder that this copyrighted telecast is the exclusive property of the Newport Gulls Baseball Club and the New England Collegiate Baseball League, presented by the authority of the NECBL Broadcast Network for the entertainment of our listening and viewing audience, and may not be reproduced, re-recorded, or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game cannot be disseminated without the express written consent of the Newport Gulls and the Commissioner's Office of the New England Collegiate Baseball League.
The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
To the top of the second we go. This matchup between the Blues and the Gulls, no score early on. Zach Letson, Scott Gladstone, John Perrick with you on a Tuesday night. First of 4 straight that Newport plays. They'll be right back at it tomorrow here at Cardines Field again at 6:35 in the first matchup of the season they have with the Danbury Westerners. Here's the 6-hitter Chad Knight to get things started for the Blues. He takes a first pitch strike.
Yeah, and John, something you mentioned in the early going, it's going to be a bullpen day for both teams. The thing is, Umberger, 27 pitches in the first inning, something to watch.
Struggled with the command a little bit, but was able to come back and strike out the side. 2 walks and 3 punch-outs in the first for the Virginia Tech lefty. This one gets away back to the backstop, 2-1.
Yeah, Winter Road said that he was hoping for somewhere around 4 to 5 innings out of Umberger, but with that pitch count, that's going to be hard to get.
Has not gone past 2 innings this season. Looking to do that for the first time tonight. Here's a fastball hit high in the air and foul. Top of the warehouse.
Better call Newport Glass.
Well, it's Chad Knight, the Duke product, playing in his second game with Bristol. Played in his first game against these Gulls on Sunday. Picked up his first hit with the team. 2-2 is down low, and the count's full once again. Third full count we've seen to the first 6 batters in this order. Payoff pitch. Fastball launched into right field, but right at the right fielder, Sam Cochran. Camps under it and makes the catch, and there's one away. So a line-out begins things here in the top of the second. Here's Tyler Keith.
University and the city of Bakersfield.
It's a bit of a shuffle in this lineup for Bristol. A few hitters that the Gulls did not see: Cooper, Fedko, and Tyler Keith, one of them as well. Looks out a first pitch right down the chute. It's 0-1. Keith out of Flagler in Bakersfield, California. Looks out a pitch inside. Had quite the journey. Attended Post University and Colorado Northwestern Community College before playing with Flagler.
Yeah, and last summer he played in the pop-up Bismarck League for the Mandan Flickertails there.
What a name that is.
Mm-hmm. It's like a squirrel.
Flickertails.
I think it's just a fun name for a squirrel of some sort. That's at least what the logo is.
A lot of these summer ball teams get creative with the names. Shoots this one high in the air and into the deep infield. Spencer Smith makes the catch for Newport. 2 up and 2 down.
Love to know who came up with that name. That's definitely one
so
of a
would
kind.
I. Absolutely. So a line out and a pop out here in the top of the second inning. Here's Nate Vigent, the third baseman. Here's a guy pretty familiar with Cardines Field. Played in the Newport Collegiate Baseball League last summer. He was on the team that won it all, Kettle Bottom, in the 4-team league that took place in July and August. 2 for 15 this year with the Blues to start. Had a fantastic career at Rhode Island College. Looks out at 2-0. That drops in there for a strike.
Yeah, and Vigent, I talked about Gallison, how he has some of the lowest pitches seen per plate appearance. Nate Vigent stands at the top of the mark for the Blues, but with that, he also leads the team in strikeouts looking as well.
2-1. Back to the netting. Started 117 games in his career with the Rhode Island College anchorman. A .335 average across that time. 2-2. Touch inside and down low. And yet another full count. Umberger looking for strikeout number 4. Had 6 of them in his first 3 innings. And he gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. Ceruto will throw it down to first in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Bristol Blues as Umberger picks up strikeout number 4 on the night. Through 1.5 at Cardines Field. No score between the Blues and the Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Back here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, Zach Letson, Scott Gladstone, John Perrick with you. No score between Gulls and Blues in this first ever matchup at Cardines Field. Newport looking to change that in the last of the second. Justin Guerrera, the batter for Newport. He looks at a first pitch curveball that's outside. Takes a big swing and hits it in a deep center field. The center fielder going back. This one is high off the wall. Guerrera making the turn for a second. He'll get in there standing up. Justin Guerrera staying red hot. 3 hits on Sunday and a double here today to start the second.
Newport really couldn't ask for anything more out of Guerrera. He, as you said, he's just been red hot, and he's just hitting with a lot of conviction at the plate. He's not going out there and just swinging at first pitch strikes. He's seeing some pitches, and he's been coming through when Newport's needed him. And here, a leadoff double. Let's see if the Gulls can turn it into any runs.
Well, promptly an opportunity for Bryce Hewlett. Looks at a first pitch that just catches the inside part. This is the first game for Hewlett at Cardines Field. Made his Gulls debut on Sunday. The first baseman out of Pittsburgh. And he chops this one hard to the third baseman. Vidya gives a look over to second, now throws to first in time. Guerrera forced to stay put at second, and there's one away.
When you talk about situational hitting, that's exactly what you want. You don't want to do a ground ball to third base there. You're giving the base runner absolutely nothing to do except retreat back to second. Not great situational hitting.
Still an opportunity for the Gulls, just one away. Here's Grayson Moore, the left fielder. He has done it all for Newport, in the field and on the mound. Got an opportunity at the plate right now. This pitch skips in the dirt, and Guerrera with heads-up base running will scamper over to third base.
Yeah, and that's going to be scored as a pass ball on Tyler Keith there.
A pass ball on Keith getting the start at the backstop tonight after it was Knight that did that on Sunday. Knight at first tonight and Keith behind the dish. Looks at a breaker that just catches the plate. Moore 1 for 5 with an RBI and a double Sunday against these Blues on the road. Came in that 2-run 7th for Newport that helped put the game away. 1-1, skips in the dirt. This time Keith able to get in front of it. Moore's biggest appearance probably was on the mound with those 4 shutout innings against the Ocean State Waves. And a thrilling 8-6 win for the Gulls. Looks at a pitch outside, and he's ahead 3-1. Runner 90 feet away for Newport. in the second with no score between these two teams. 3-1. Breaking ball, high chopper, left side, fielded by the shortstop Messenger, going to throw over to first in time. But the job is done for Grayson Moore. An RBI ground out scores Justin Guerrera, and the Gulls are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and the same situation for the Blues, top of the first. Runner on second, no outs, and pretty much kind of the exact same thing happened, but Bristol just wasn't able to put a ball in play and get Galveston all the way home. And Newport on the other side, the reason why they got one loss is they're able to get that run across.
First pitch to Spencer Smith, a swinging strike. As they've done a lot this year, getting out in front first. In 4 of Newport's 5 victories, they were the team to score first. Came back against Valley in the Monday victory at home and fell to the Mystic Schooners in the other game that they did not score first. As Smith grounds this to the shortstop Messenger once again, fires over to first in time, and the side retired. Newport gets on the board first on an RBI ground out from Grayson Moore. And we'll go to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Gulls over the Blues on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
One
1-0 Gulls over the Bristol Blues here at Cardines Field on a beautiful Tuesday night for baseball. Blues will look to respond in the away half of the top of the third inning. 9-1 and 2 hitters for Bristol. Starts with Chris Davis.
Leading off the third inning for the Bristol Blues, the center fielder, number 15.
Blues went down in order an inning ago. Had a major opportunity in the top of the first, but could not convert. As Davis shoots this one hard right to Spencer Smith, gobbles it up, bobbles it for a second, and Davis will reach. Throw gets away, and Ceruto able to back it up and hold Davis at first.
Yeah, it's going to be an E6 there on Smith. That bobble gave Davis too much time to scamper over to first.
Not Smith's best play, but a great play by Ceruto just to get to first base and back that up. Because with all that foul territory down there, that could have easily been more than one error.
Able to keep Davis at first base. Top of the order for the Blues, it's Anthony Gallison. It's been great for Bristol, especially against the Gulls. First pitch is outside. 3 for 4 on Sunday, but he was caught stealing twice. But today, starts the ball game off with a walk and successfully steals it back. Stole third base. Hits this one back to the netting as Davis was off and running.
Yeah, Gallison, the fastest guy in the lineup, but a close second would be Davis. I've seen him rove all over center field whenever he gets the start there, and at the same time he can scamper on the base pass as well.
You know, Scott, doing a lot of college baseball this year, don't think I saw quite the amount of aggressive base running that I've seen in my first week or two here covering the Gulls. A lot more aggressive. As Gallison takes a big swing and a miss for strike number 2. 4 punch-outs the first time through for Umberger. He's looking for number 5. Davis a decent lead off of first. Did try running a couple pitches ago. No balls and 2 strikes. First to check in, and they may have Davis picked off, but the throw gets away. Davis able to take second base as the ball rolls all the way near the corner, and they'll call it dead. And because the ball was dead, now Davis has to retreat to second.
Oh
man.
That's a tough one.
Well, that's Cardines Field in a nutshell, folks. You've got a scoreboard on the field. You've got a drainage system in center field, a light tower in center field. There's no ballpark like Cardines Field anywhere.
One of a kind.
Yeah, and that's, unfortunately for Davis, not going to go down as a stolen base for him. That's going to go down as an E1 because Umberger missed that on the throw over to first.
Another 0-2. It's a breaking ball outside. Second time in 3 innings the Blues have had a runner in scoring position. Could not do anything with it in the first inning. Runners on first and third. Now a runner at second with nobody out. For probably the most dangerous man in this order, at least so far this season. But he swings and misses at the 1-2 for strike 3. Grant Umberger. Calm, cool, and collected. Gets his 5th punch out. And there's 1 down in the 3rd.
Yeah, calm, cool, and collected. Despite having a lot of trouble with his command in the first inning, in the second inning, just goes out there 1, 2, 3, and here he's just making Blues swing and miss.
Here's Tyson Cooper, DH for Bristol. Another swing and a miss. Well, he was the first strikeout victim for Bristol this evening. They're now up to 5 through the first 10 batters through. Comes the 0-1. Skips in the dirt. Good stop from Ceruto. Cooper has not played since playing Saturday against the Danbury Westerners, a game that Bristol lost 8-6. Was 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. One on its way. Fastball shot back to the netting, and it's 1-2. Pitch number 52 for Umberger. Longest he's worked this season, but has put zeros on the board for Kevin Winroad's team. Davis, the runner on second base, reached on an error and advanced to second on an error. Big lead off a second. The pitch. Hit back to the fence. Do the 1-2 once again. Cooper played in 10 games with the Penn State Nittany Lions. Made 3 starts this past season. 2 for 18 with a double. Walked 6 times. Teammate of Gulls catcher Matt Wood, but Wood not in the lineup tonight. And what's been a tight stretch for Newport. 9 games in 10 days. Wood getting the night off. Ceruto doing the catching tonight. 1-2 is low, and the count is even.
And as you mentioned, with his pitch count so high, if Umberger does have to leave soon, Winroad told me to expect Ethan Hoopengarner. He's been a reliever, but could come in for a few more innings tonight.
2-2. It's outside, and we'll do another full count. Ruben Gardner yet to make an appearance this year with the Gulls. A bit of a late arrival, but has a lot of talent from Southern Cal. 1-0 Gulls over the Blues. Bristol threatening in the top of the third. Davis, a big lead off of second. Here comes, well, before the payoff pitch comes, he'll step off the mound. Fooled me. Now here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Grant Umberger does it again. Strikeout number 6 through 2 2/3.
Well, Zach, here we are again. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, and I have the stats coming into this game, but it's 0-42 coming into this game for the Blues. It's even lower because obviously they blew the opportunity in the top of the first. Not what you want to see. It's just not what you want to see. But another chance here with the number 3 man up.
Here's Skylar Messenger, the shortstop. Swings and misses. A lot of swing and miss stuff from Umberger on the bump. Got 6 strikeouts in his first 3 innings as a Newport Gull, coming in those 2 appearances against Mystic and Valley. But he's outdone himself tonight. 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 to start. And 0s across the scoreboard for now. Chris Davis, the runner at second base. 0-1. Caught and a missed. Wow.
And again, Davis is only there because he reached on an error. Umberger is having a great inning so far. And I guess that early first inning drama, really, that was just maybe a little nerves or something because he's finally hit a great flow.
No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. The lefty set. Here it comes. Skips way in front of the dirt. Nothing Ceruto could do about it. And Davis gets to third.
Just as I was saying that he's hit his good flow, he does that.
It's the old broadcaster jinx. Not the first time that it's happened to me. Happens to everybody.
Well, I mean, you were exactly right, though, John. I mean, right around 50% strikes in the first 2 innings. This inning, right before that ball, he was at 73% strikes in this inning. So you said it right. You just jinxed it as well.
It's got another opportunity. 1-2. Breaking ball, got him. Grant Umberger, for the second time tonight, strikes out the side, and the Gulls are out of trouble in the top of the third. 1-0 Newport over Bristol right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th.
Bottom of the third, 1-0 Gulls over the Blues. First pitch to CJ Pitaro is inside for ball number 1. 1-0 Gulls, and Grant Umberger able to keep it that way. Striking out the side in the top of this inning. Not the second time that he has done that tonight. 7 strikeouts to start his outing through just 3 innings. As Pitaro shoots this one in the gap on the right side for a base hit. C.J. Pitaro with the second Gulls hit of the evening in Newport with a leadoff base runner here in the third.
The center fielder, number 8.
Well, it's a first Gulls at bat in his first game as a Newport Gull for Jordan Rogers from Chicago, Illinois, and the University of Michigan. Well, Michigan played the University of Connecticut in the tournament, and here's a matchup between a UConn Husky and a Michigan Wolverine. Rogers, a utility man with the Wolverines this past season. Checking on Pitaro, who's back in time. .276 average with a home run and 17 RBIs. He spent time in center, but also spent time behind the dish. Takes a big swing and hits one deep into left field. The left fielder, Gallison, making his way over. This ball is off the wall. C.J. Pitaro rounds second base and heads for third as Jordan Rogers, in his first Gulls at bat, has a double.
Rogers right now, he's kind of helping prove something I've noticed throughout the year. A lot of times you see a team and you say, well, now we're at that part of the lineup. This team doesn't have that part of the lineup. Although the top of their lineup has been very productive, bottom of their lineup still coming through, and here we go. 2 men on, both in scoring position. Can the top of the lineup now come and execute?
A single and a double to begin this inning for the Gulls' most dangerous hitter here in the early part of 2021. Sam Cochran, the right fielder. 0 for 1, he flew out to the left fielder, Gallison, who made a diving catch that started the bottom of the first. Trying to check his swing on the first pitch he saw. For a strike, it's 0-1. Well, we've seen 2 doubles tonight from Gulls hitters, one from Guerrera and one from Rogers. Both hit high off of the wall. Opportunity for the Gulls with 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. Cochran, high chopper to the second baseman, Fedko, gives a look over to third and now throws over to first in time. So Bristol able to keep Pitaro at third base, and now 1 away.
The designated hitter, number 4, Dawson Brigman, Santa Clara.
Here's Dawson Brigman for Newport, who we chatted with in the pregame. So we're joined by goalie here in the booth. Why not on a Tuesday night? It's an exciting inning. Just got more exciting, didn't it? First pitch to Brigman. He shoots it into left field. It's going to be caught on a line by Gallison. Pitaro racing for home. Here comes the throw to Keith at the plate. The tag. And he's in there safely.
Oh.
C.J. Pitaro able to get under the tag of Keith. And the Gulls with their second run of the game. It's 2-0.
Obviously I'm biased, but that the ball was in before the runner was in, and Coe was right behind Keith, and Coe was standing over at the same place the umpire was, and Coe, of course, biased as well. He thought it was out, as that was a gun by Anthony Gallison, and Keith. I mean, I thought at first maybe the umpire thought that Keith dropped the ball, and that's why he said safe, but Keith showed him the ball, and that's why Ronnie Palmer's having a conversation right now.
Very close bang play as now these umpires are going to gather, and
I mean, it looked to me like Keith's right foot was right around home plate when he caught that, and he put the tag, I think, on the shoulder of Pitaro as he was sliding in there. So the question is
no doubt the throw was there.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
It was incredibly close, but was Pitaro's foot touching home before he got that throw onto the shoulder?
And the call's going to be confirmed by these umpires. So C.J. Pitaro able to sneak under the tag of the catcher, Tyler Keith, and Newport with their second run of the game.
Yeah, and that's, sometimes when I say everything can go wrong for the Blues this year thus far, I mean, they've gotten bad hops on the turf in key situations. They've got all sorts of weird things, and that's another one right there. That's a 50-50 call, and it's hard for any umpire to make in that moment right there, and the umpire just has to stick with what he saw right away, as, there's nothing the other umpires can tell him that will be any better.
First pitch to Ceruto is lined over the heads of some Gulls fans sitting on the first base side.
Yeah, Scott, it's really unfortunate not to get rewarded when you make such a great throw like that. If that was just a little lower, it's an easy out, but unfortunate for the Blues.
2-0 goal, still an opportunity for Peter Ceruto. First to check in on Rogers, and a throw that nearly gets away. Ceruto grounded out to the shortstop Messenger. Back in the first inning, the Gulls went 1-2-3. But have since found their way on the scoreboard with one in the second and another one here in the third. On a sacrifice fly off the bat of Dawson Brigman. Rogers standing on second after picking up his first hit as a goal. Ceruto looks at a breaker just outside. It's 1-1. Fourth game of the year for Ceruto with these goals. 4 for 11 in his first two. He was the player of the game in Newport's first win at home. Went 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI double against Valley. Big swing and a miss on a breaker, and it's 1-2. (2-0) Newport after a pair of productive outs in each of the last two innings. RBI ground out from Grayson Moore in the second, and a sacrifice fly from Dawson Brigman. 1-2. Swing and a miss from Ceruto. Strike number 3, and the side retired for Bristol, but not before Newport able to get another run against the Blues. It's Newport 2, Bristol nothing, and we'll keep it here on the NECBL Broadcast Network as we move from the third to the fourth. And I'll toss it over to the Newport Gulls field reporter, John Perrick, to take us through some scores around the NECBL.
Well, thank you, Zach. Over in Danbury, the Martha's Vineyard Sharks are up 6-2. Actually, just a moment ago.
Home run, just as you're looking at the screen.
Home run, right as I look at the screen.
Good luck right here.
We see that Danbury just got on the board at 6-2. Martha's Vineyard got put up a 5 spot in the first inning as they lead there. And then over on the North Shore, the new North Shore Navigators back in the NECBL have a 1-0 lead. That's in the top of the fourth. And then in North Adams, the King Swamps right now trail the Steeplecats 4-3. That's been back and forth, but the score is 4-3, and that's in the top of the fourth.
It's good to have baseball back. Last night, no Newport Gulls baseball with rain. And no NECBL baseball. There were 3 games scheduled, and all of them canceled because of rain.
No, it's great to have baseball. And just looking around here at Cardines Field, it's a good crowd, too. Oftentimes when you have a makeup game and there's no official sponsor, you don't really see a great crowd. But for a makeup game, this is a good showing.
Through 3 full here at Cardines Field. I'll now toss it over to my broadcast partner, Scott Gladstone, to take us through the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Scott, take it away.
Thank you very much, Zach. We got Fedco due up, Stevens on deck, and Knight in the hole in this top of the 4th inning here at Cardines Field. And just like John was saying, I'm glad that we could make this game up so quick, too. Sometimes you see games get canceled, postponed, and you make them up, a month and a half later or whatever, and no, both teams had a Tuesday open. Let's just play on Tuesday.
Why not?
It worked out perfectly, and Christian Fedko, like I said, will lead it off for the Blues. Fedko playing second base, 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking his first time up to start off his Blues summer. Umberger back out there. 60 pitches is what I have him at. 35 of those are strikes, and the first one to Fedko is out wide for a ball.
That's remarkable when you think about it, right? 60 pitches, just 35 strikes, but in a real groove, striking out the side twice, 7 punch-outs.
And that one will miss, so he will fall behind 2-0 to Fedko. The 2-0 now. And that one missed 3-0 to Fedko. And now Umberger, the southpaw, kicks and deals, misses it high. Fedko will reach base for the first time this summer on a 4-pitch walk from Grant Umberger. And I don't want to jinx him right now because we've just been talking about how he's been dealing, but you see a guy that hasn't got a ton of innings under his belt throw a 4-pitch walk there to open this inning, and maybe if you're on the goal side, you start to worry a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen some boomer bust. I mean, seven strikeouts, but they do get 2 of the first 3 batters of this game to walk, and that's the 3rd walk of this ball game for Bristol, who's had a fairly patient approach at the plate tonight.
Logan Stevens started to go there, and he did hold off, says the field ump. And so 5 straight balls to start this inning from the arm of Grant Umberger. Fedko over at first. As Logan Stevens breaks his bat, or just lost his bat there. I think he just lost his bat.
Wow.
Or that was a really big splinter. But a good job by Hewlett to keep his concentration on Guerrero fielding and throwing over to him for out number 1. But Fedko does advance to second.
Yeah, Hewlett had to get his gymnastics on there a little bit at first, and he had to jump out of the way of a bat that, fortunately for him, it wasn't flying on him, just came rolling at him, but could have been an issue. But there for Bristol, in a way, you kind of get the job done by moving the runner over 90 feet.
Yeah, Fedko now in scoring position with 1 out. We've seen this before a couple times already for the Blues today. That one swung on, fouled back by Knight. Knight with an RBI last night. 1 for 4 performance from him in his Blues debut. Tonight, he hit a ball hard, but it was into the glove of the right fielder, Cochran, so that is why he is 0 for 1. That one skips in the dirt, and I think it skipped actually right on home plate.
Wow.
And that's going to be a wild pitch there, as it hit something there.
It definitely hit home because of the carom that it took. It hits Ceruto's glove, and it bounced so high in the air that he had no idea where the baseball is, and fortunately he's able to get a good enough bounce here. And also just not a lot of real estate behind home plate to the point where Fedko can consider trying to go from second all the way to home on a wild pitch.
Yeah, now Chad Knight has a chance to do something with the runner on third. 1 out, sacrifices in play here, of course. That one hits the zone, though. And so for Umberger, who has been so good striking out the Blues today, this would be the time to do it yet again. 70th pitch of his outing is a 1-2 to Chad Knight coming up. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled just enough of it. It was not able to be caught by Ceruto behind home. So we're going to do the 1-2 again. Swung on, good contact from Knight. That one's has more drifting back, and he will make the catch right at the fence, but it will score a run. Fedko comes home. That's a sacrifice fly where there was no play at the plate. Pretty clearly safe is Fedko there, as Moore was just good to make the catch on that one, and not much more could be expected from him as he was drifting back into the fence. 2 gone here in the top of the 4th, 2-1. Gulls now lead the Blues.
And that's why it's important to maybe watch the game instead of just looking at a box score, right? Because you see a sack fly for Newport and a sack fly for Bristol coming in two kind of different ways. That's a nice play by Moore out by the wall to make the catch, but just got it in, and that's a productive out for Bristol.
Yeah, and a situation where they had a chance to get a runner across, and they do it there to cut the lead in half for the Gulls. Tyler Keats swung and missed at his first pitch that he saw. Count is 0-1. That one will miss. Count now 1-1.
Yeah, very productive out. And there, I would say that's the hardest hit ball the Blues have all night. And unfortunately, you can't get rewarded with a hit, but still, great situational hitting.
Yeah, of course, doesn't hurt his batting average, so I'm sure he appreciates that the runner was on third for him there. As Chad Knight, one of the late additions to this Blues lineup, that Coach Ronnie Palmer is really looking forward to see what he can add to the team after their rough start. That one's in for a called strike, count 1-2 to Keith, 0 for 1 today, as he popped out to Smith at short. And a breaking ball there, so another strikeout for Newport's pitcher. Umberger will send us to the bottom of the fourth. However, the sac fly from Knight makes it 2-1. Newport leads Bristol. We'll be right back.
Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
This is Newport Gulls Baseball, on your home for the Gulls, the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Garrett Coe back out on the mound. And he only has 36 pitches compared to 75 by Grant Umberger, which is an incredible disparity. Of course, Umberger also has another inning under his belt, as Garrett Coe is only through 3 here. But he's averaging 12 pitches an inning, which is pretty efficient. Of course, the most important number is the 2 runs that have gone across the plate. First pitch to Guerrera misses. Count is 1-0. Last time up, Guerrera slapped a double high off the center field wall. That one will be a foul. Counts 1-1. Coe did throw 2 innings a couple days ago for the Blues. His longest outing with the University of Connecticut this year on May 27th through 3 innings against Xavier. Did not allow any runs in that outing. Swing and a miss there from Guerrera. Counts 1-2. Coe shakes off the first sign, accepts the second, deals the 1-2. That one will miss high and away. Count even now, 2-2. Swung on, fouled.
Wow. Well, Guerrera's got a hot bat for the Gulls, and even these foul balls that he's hitting,
yeah,
pretty sharply hit.
Everything jumps off the bat, it seems, for Guerrera, and of course I've only seen him in Well, this is the second game that I've seen him in, but he pretty much had his way with Bristol on Sunday. And that first hit he had, that double, almost left the yard. Now a 2-2. Make it full. 3-2. Leadoff batter, Guerrera. And he will walk for the second time this year. Guerrera reaches by a base on balls. Leadoff batter is aboard for the Newport Gulls, looking to counter the run by the Blues in the top half of the fourth with some runs of their own. Bryce Hewlett up now.
Guerrera can get the job done with the bat, but sometimes you can just leave the bat on the shoulder and get on base.
Exactly, and when you've done what he's done this year, you make pitchers want to avoid the strike zone with you. Count is 1-0 to Hewlett, who grounded out his first time up. Co's 45th pitch coming up. After a glance at Guerrera. Holds the knee up there for a half second. And that one by Hewlett just fell in foul territory. It had extra bases written all over it. 1-1 now is the count to Hewlett. Just a casual throw over to first to get Guerrero to scamper back in. The 1-1. Swung on, chance for two here. The flip to two, the throw to first, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. Fedko to Messenger tonight, and 2 outs now in the top of the fourth, and Co shaking himself out. I think he approved of that great routine defense there by his infield.
Well, they made it look routine, but that was a fine play by Fedko at second base. The ball wasn't hit too entirely hard, so he knew he had to be quick with it. He was, and they turned it very cleanly, and that's big for Bristol to clear the bases.
First pitch to Grayson Moore now. Swing and a miss by Moore. He's behind 0-1, and he's 0-for-1 on the day after grounding out to Skylar Messenger. And that's a good segue into the fact that it was a great play by Fedko to flip there quickly, and then Messenger, I mean, he has a gun at shortstop. And it seems like, and again, I don't want to jinx it. I don't need a broadcaster jinx here, but I mean, almost all the throws he throws are exactly on the money to the strike zone for the first baseman. And a swing and a miss there. Throw a 3-pitch strikeout to Grayson Moore, and Garrett Coe is not harmed in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
CBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Well, like John predicted, educated prediction, I guess, from John. Ethan Hoopengartner is the new pitcher. The first bullpen arm to come on for the Newport Gulls. What can you tell us about the USC Trojan guys making his debut for Newport tonight?
Yeah, here's a guy for Newport that comes in really a couple of outstanding seasons these past 2 years at Southern Cal. In 2020, albeit a shortened season, a .79 ERA. That was good enough to get him on the freshman All-America team from collegiate baseball, the first Trojan to do that in 11 seasons. And then he made 13 more appearances this season, but has really just been fantastic with the Trojans, and a guy that I think we're going to see a lot this season from Kevin Winterode and company.
And it was Kevin Winterode who actually said he wants 2 to 3 innings out of him. He doesn't know if he's going to get it because it is his first time out here, but in an ideal world, expect him to go to 2 to 3.
First batter he will come up again is Nate Vision, who struck out his first time up. Final line on Umberger: 4 innings pitched, no hits allowed, 1 run, and it was earned. 8 strikeouts and 3 walks. 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. That's an impressive mark for sure. Like I said, Vigent was one of those strikeout victims. He takes a ball to start off his first at-bat versus Hoopengartner. That one again goes low and in. Count now 2-0. And that one almost hit the foot of Vigent. So all 3 of these pitches have gone low and in on Vigent, and 2 of them haven't even been able to be caught by Ceruto behind the plate. So just like Umberger, a little bit of control. And again, we're 3 pitches in, but missing early, as that one will also miss. So a leadoff 4-pitch walk for Nate Vigent, and he is aboard to start Hoopengartner's outing here.
Yeah, maybe some nerves for the USC Trojan on the mound. I mean, we did see it an inning ago, in fairness, for the Gulls an inning ago with Umberger, and he was able to work through it, although Bristol gets a run, but some immediate traffic, probably not what Hoopengartner was hoping for.
There he will hit the zone against the Duke Blue Devil, Chris Davis. Last time up, Davis did reach, but it was on an error on a hit to short. That one will miss. Count now 1-1. Again, another thing is for Hoopengartner, he's from Laguna Beach, California, plays at the University of Southern California, and the 68-degree day here is probably a cold day for him. You know, he's probably freezing there on the mound. As the runner's going, and Nate Vigent goes perfectly there, as no chance for a double play for Guerrera. He'll just throw to first, so the runner will advance, but Davis is out on the 4-3.
That's almost is pretty much an identical start to what we saw an inning ago. A 4-pitch walk to the first batter, and then a 4-3 ground out from the second hitter in the inning, able to push the runner across, and it was going to be very tough to try to get Vigent there at second base, but he eliminated any possibility that there was at all by running on a pitch, and the hit and run works.
So if history repeats itself then on this batter, Gallison, Vigent will advance to third on a wild pitch. Not there. Count is 1-0. Glasson on the day, strikeout and a walk, so 0 for 1. That one hits the zone, count 1-1. When he reached on the walk, he was able to get all the way around to third before being left stranded to end the top of the first. Breaking ball is taken, and it will get down Going home is Nate Vigent. There will be no throw home, so an RBI single from Anthony Gallison will tie this ball game up at 2. And just a solid piece of hitting there to even us.
Well, finally the first hit of the ball game for the Bristol Blues, but it does tie this game. Doesn't really tell the whole story, right? But a bloop shot into left field, really into no man's land. I mean, there's nothing that Moore or Pitaro or even Smith could do to try to catch that baseball, but it's exactly what you need if you're the Bristol Blues. Now you got a tie ball game.
And Morris showed a little hesitation out there in left field. I don't know if he couldn't get a good grip on the baseball or whatnot, but he had to play at the plate, and he elected not to go home.
First pitch to Cooper misses. Cooper batting from the left-handed batting box for the first time today, as he is a switch-hitting catcher from Penn State. From the right side, he was over 2 with 2 strikeouts. As that pickoff, fairly close there, over to first. Usually better from the left-handed batting box is what we've seen thus far, and it will be a base hit from the left-handed batting box from Tyson Cooper. An aggressive base running here. Anthony Gallison gallops to third, and advancing to second on the single is Tyson Cooper. So a great job by Anthony Gallison to get to third and then help Cooper take an extra base out of it. And only one gone here in the top of the 5th, and runners on second and third now for Skylar Messenger.
Well, Sunday, Gallison's aggressive base running didn't work out too well for him. Tonight, it has been fantastic, and right there, really thinking quickly, making an impulsive decision to go up 90 feet, and then that decision is what allowed the runner right behind him to take second.
First pitch to Skylar Messenger's foul. Count is 0-1. Messenger on the day does got a walk, but he also struck out swinging his last time up. 1 out, so sacrifice is in play. And Gallison has wheels over at third, and not afraid to go anywhere on the base pass, as we've seen. He also made a great catch out in left field earlier today as well. He has stood out for sure for the Blues. That one hits the zone, so now Messenger behind 0-2. And no hits until a couple batters ago. There was no hits for the Blues. All of a sudden, 2 straight hits, a run squeezed in there as well. And this ball game seems brand new, as that's going to be a tough play over at short. Smith makes the throw over to first, and it misses. And so Cooper will score. Gallison scored as well. So it's going to be an E6 on Smith there.
Yeah, Smith tried making what was going to be a very difficult play. Even if he makes a throw on the money, maybe he gets him. It's a very close play, but that throw getting away, that base running that we had talked about, Scott, it really works in the favor of the Blues, who have those 2 runners in scoring position, and they're both able to march home.
Yeah, some key situation in there, especially falling behind 0-2 for Messenger just to put the ball in play there. Big as that breaking ball right on the money falls into the zone. So Hoopengarner is ahead 0-1 versus Christian Fedko, who walked his last time up. That one fastball in there at 86 miles per hour will make it 0-2. So again, Hoopengarner jumping out to an 0-2 start. The Messenger able to climb back in it and put a ball in play and score the 2 runs that has made it a 4-2 Bristol lead. As this one's hit up the middle, chance for 2, tagging second, throwing to first, and it will be a 4-3 double play inning. But smart base running and an error is the reason why the Blues put 3 across in this inning. They also got 2 hits in there as well. 4-2, Bristol has their first lead in 11 days as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
We're back here, and it will be Spencer Smith to lead us off in the bottom of the fifth versus Garrett Coe, who, leaving the game, he coming into this game, that is his 50th pitch. And of those 50, 32 have hit the strike zone. That means 64% strike percentage from Garrett Coe. Count 0-1 now, as that one is fouled away. I do have a little bit of a correction to make from the last inning. Spencer Smith, it was a base hit to Skylar Messenger that scored Anthony Galassin, and then Cooper scored on the E6. So 1 RBI for Skylar Messenger there. And this one's hit down the first baseline and fielded in foul territory by the first baseman, Knight, and so we'll do 0-2 again. Spencer Smith today, 0-for-1 ground out to his shortstop counterpart, Messenger, in his first at-bat. That one swung on. Good contact out to right field. Backing up is Logan Stevens, and it will be a home run. That one, a solo shot by Spencer Smith there. And again, I'm a visiting broadcaster in that booth. Zach, you know it more than me. You knew that was a home run wherever that hit. Must have hit the top of the fence somewhere. I don't know exactly what is home run and what is not a home run here at Cardine.
So that net right above where the advertisements are is home run territory. So that's where the ads end and the net begins is out of the ballpark, and that's exactly what Smith did. Good piece of contact from shortstop, who's been kind of in the middle of a couple tough plays in the field, but what a way to bounce back at the plate, and that's something that Newport really needed.
Yeah, all the momentum felt like it was with the Blues, and it was as we enter the bottom of the fifth there, but the leadoff home run on that monster shot out to right field from Smith makes it a one-run game. That one will miss. Count is 2-1 to CJ Pitar right now. He's 1 for 1 with a single into right field. 2-1. That one smacked up the middle, off the foot of Coe, and right over to third for Vigent to throw to first. That's a 1-5-3 ground out. And you can credit Garrett Coe's foot with an assist on that one, I guess.
Just how you drew it up, right?
Yeah, exactly. And, I don't exactly have Garrett Coe's shoe size, but I know he stands 6'6", 6'7". So maybe if his shoe size was a little bit smaller, he's not making that play. And Ronnie Palmer is going to come out and make sure that he's all right. But I'm sure it just felt like a tap on the foot there.
He's a warrior. I mean, I've always hit pretty decently hard off the bat of Pizarro, but it tells the coaching staff and Palmer, as you said, that he's doing fine and sticking in this ball game.
Yeah, and Jordan Rogers now up. His first at-bat of his summer was a double into left field, and I did do the research while you were calling that double. Garrett Coe did pitch against Michigan on June 4th, but Jordan Rogers was not playing in that game. So this is the first matchup between them in 2021. And battle number 2 goes over to Chad Knight playing first base, and an easy play for the usual playing catcher. That high pop fly caught by him in foul territory for out number 2. Now we go back to the top of the lineup for the Newport Gulls. Sam Cochran, who was a thorn in the Blues side on Sunday, has been 0 for 2 today. Big swing and a miss there. That one clocked 85 on the gun. Count is 0-1. Missing the zone there. Evens up the count 1-1. Just like both of you guys have mentioned earlier, great Tuesday night crowd here, and especially for a rescheduled game. I mean, it's really cool to see the amount of fans out here. Of course, both these teams probably, at least in the Southern Division, bring in the highest amount of fans. And even on a Tuesday night, bring out a good crowd, which is great to see. 1-2 after the foul ball from Cochran. Coe's 63rd pitch. So you can guess that this probably will be the end of his time, as that one slapped hard down the third base line, goes foul, and count will be 1-2.
Zach, just to go back to what you said earlier, going back to Smith's home run, before the game I talked to Ted Reagan, and he was telling me all about resilience. You have to be resilient. You make a bad play in the infield, come back at the plate. Well, we just saw that out of Smith.
That one is hit to right field, carrying over Logan Stevens over, and I do not know what happened because it's out of our view. I think it went foul, judging by Cochran's reaction.
Not a bad thing to base it off of. Not a bad thing to base it off of when we have the warehouse behind the Cardines Field scoreboard, and not a lot of room there between the line and where the warehouse meets. Of course, that can be difficult and dangerous for the right fielder Stevens out there, but it just must have found some foul territory there.
Yeah, or maybe it hit the side of the warehouse, if that's an option, and maybe it just kind of bent and curved and slithered and slid to the side of the warehouse, as that one will hit the zone for strike 3. So Garrett Coe, 65 pitches, and he's through 5, and the Blues have a lead as we go into the top of the 6th.
Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
This is Newport Gulls Baseball, on your home for the Gulls, the NECBL Broadcast Network.
You, our loyal fans, will be selected. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Back here in the top of the 6th, it's Ethan Hubengarner back out for his second inning of work, and Logan Stevens will see Hoop Garner for the first time. Of course, 3 runs coming across the plate for the Blues in Hoop Garner's first inning of work. That led to the 4-2 lead that they took into the bottom of the 5th. And then the solo shot by the shortstop, Smith, is what put us where we are at now. First pitch to Logan Stevens. Ball inside. He is 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a ground out. The 1-0. That one's hit up in the air. Chance for Pitaro maybe. No way, as he will run into the fence. Count now 1-1.
Yeah, not too much space to work with here. Of course, no dugouts on the third base side. Something that I think if you go to a lot of baseball, you probably haven't seen something like that before. But even without the dugouts, not a whole lot of room to work with, and it just got out of play.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. As it's a 1-1 breaking ball, swung on and fouled back. Count now 1-2.
To put in the words of Ted Regan, Newport Gulls hitting coach, he said he played in the Sunset League back in the 70s, and since then he's gone to all different ballparks, you name it. But when he comes back to Cardines Field, it's still one of a kind.
1-2. Misses. And count now 2-2. Yeah, just driving up on the bus. Some players, like Nate Vigent, have played in this stadium before, but others have never seen it and just heard the rumors and lots of oohing and ahhing and what is that as the Blues rolled up in the bus today for their first trip. But, you know, right now, it's boding well better than their home ballpark, Muzzy, as the Blues have a lead for the first time in a while, as it's going to be another 2-2 coming to Logan Stevens. Swung on and missed in the dirt, so Stevens will get the chance to run to first, but to no avail. Cerruto will throw it to Hewlett. One gone here as Hubengarner gets a strikeout to start the 6th.
And the Bristol bats have been able to get on base. They've been able to put some runs across the board, but credit the Newport arms where it's due. When you want to talk about the strikeouts, it's something that Newport has done extremely well. Not the 10th of the night from these arms that have been spectacular at getting punch outs tonight.
First pitch to Chad Knight is in for a strike. Knight he hit a sacrifice fly to score the first Blues run of the day, his last time up, so just 0 for 1. As he will see another strike, and now he's behind 0-2. Right now the Gulls out hitting the Blues 4-3 here. And that one will go high. However, on the other side, the Gulls are also out erroring the Blues with 3 on the day.
Looks like goalie's got a nice seat for the game tonight.
And strike 3 there. So 2 straight strikeouts by Hubengarner. And only 10 pitches to start off his second inning of work, going much better than his first time out. And now it's Tyler Keith, who is 0 for 2 today. First pitch to him goes high. And you and I mean, you mentioned it, and we talked about him playing for the Mandan Flicker Tails in summer ball last year. But, I mean, Tyler Keith is a journeyman, and you can see it just the way he is able to so quickly interact with new people as he takes a strike there. And that's something, I mean, some players struggle with it, but he's able to come in, and he's a leader right away, especially for somebody that's not playing every day as a catcher, and most catchers usually switch on and off. But he's a leader in this Bristol lineup, and everybody enjoys him being around the team. He enjoys being around the team, and that's something for both sides. I mean, I'm sure you've seen players when you've traveled with Newport that have stuck out like that and can keep the team together through good times and bad. 2-1 is the count to Keith. This is low. Now 3-1 to Keith.
Yeah, but kind of get into what you're saying. Those are critical parts of the team that you need to gel in. And what's a tight season, 2 months, but you're playing 44 games. Those are the kind of guys that can keep your team together and win ball games.
Swung on and a base hit. So he can also contribute at the plate on the field as well, can Tyler Keith. And that hard shot into right field gets him aboard with 2 gone here on the top of the 6th.
Yeah, nice approach by these Blues hitters over the last couple of innings. Something that's kind of changed a little bit. Even though Hoopengarner's able to start with the 2 punch-outs, Bristol able to put 3 on the board an inning ago. After not registering a hit in the first 4 innings of this game, 3 on the board and then a base hit to try to start something here with 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, quick pickoff attempt over to Keith, and I'll tell you what, he has a lot of positives for him. His speed is not one. As Vigent will drop down a bunt, and that's a great one down the third base line. The problem was it hit the lip of the grass there, and that pushed it foul there. But I think if it stayed on the course that it was on, he caught Pitaro napping a little bit over at third, and would have been a tough play for anybody that got to it. Instead, he will take the walk back to first with an 0-1 count, or walk back to home with an 0-1 count.
Really a perfect bunt, just got a bad break there. That had a tiny little base hit written all over it, but as you said, hit the lip.
That one will miss. Count is 1-1. Last time up, Vigent walked, and he started off that run of 3 runs by the Blues last inning. And a good one. You don't expect a bunt there with 2 outs, and Vigent tried it, had the defense beat. Ball didn't go the way he wanted, but 2 balls there makes it 2-1. And missing again, 3-1. And I'll tell you what, Nate Vigent, he's a student of the game. His dad's an assistant coach at Rhode Island College where he played, and it just shows with plays like that. A guy who knows baseball really well can see where the third baseman is standing and know that he can possibly reach first that way, but he'll reach first via base on balls. After that, foul bunt. He gets 4 straight, and he will walk to first. So a little bit of a chance here in the late part of the top of the 6th, with now Chris Davis coming up 0 for 2 on the day.
This is an interesting start. A lot of walks and a lot of strikeouts so far in tonight's game. You don't see that combination every day.
First pitch to Davis. Misses. Count is 1-0. And on the other side for Coe, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk for him. Meanwhile, the 2 Gulls pitchers that we've seen 10 strikeouts, 5 walks combined, as it's time for a quick conversation on the mound with Hoopengarner.
And again, it's kind of a trend that we saw with Hoopengarner and with the starter Umberger tonight for the Gulls. Is great strikeout stuff, but a Bristol lineup that's not going to give them anything in terms of if they're missing the zone. They've been very patient, and credit where credit's due to Vigent, who drew a walk that got the party started in the 5th inning when Bristol scored 3 runs. Now, that did come with no outs, so a little bigger of a challenge, a bigger of an ask for Bristol to try to push across a couple here, but you've got the opportunity right in front of you. You've got first and second with 2 outs for Davis, who's been on board once today, and an opportunity for Bristol, who's trying to break out of a slump to try to get some breathing room here.
Yeah, big chance. I've already mentioned the numbers for the Blues with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs. With runners on base in general, it has been painful. Over 70 runners left on base in general so far in this season. And here is a chance to at least make small amends for it, as that one will miss. And coming out of the meeting at the mound there, a good pitch thrown, just missed by a hair though. Counts 2-0 to Davis. Swung on, should be a playable play over for Guerrera, and it is. So a little jam at the end of the top of the 6th, but Hoopengarner gets out of it. No runs across for the Blues. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Blues lead the Gulls 4-3.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full stream.
This is Newport Gulls Baseball. On your home for the Gulls, the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The Newport Gulls, 6-time champions of the NECBL. Follow the whole season right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
You're watching and listening to Newport Gulls Baseball on your flagship home for the Gulls all season long, the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Back here in front of a good Tuesday night crowd at Cardines Field. It is the bottom of the 6th inning, and Garrett Coe is still out on the mound. And his longevity right now has been key for the Blues. He's had a few cracks in the wall, but other than that, he has the lead going into his 6th inning of work. 65 pitches for him, as he will face Dawson Brigman for the 3rd time today. Last time up, Brigman hit a sac fly, and that was, of course, the play that was very close at home, and we may never know what truly happened, but I'm sure Coach Ronnie Palmer and maybe Anthony Glasson will take a look at the replay to see what happened, as that one may be in play for Chad Knight. No, it will not. Counts 1-1. Coming from the Husky. Check swing. Doesn't go, and no appeal over to first by Keith, so count will go to 2-1. And another high pitch that is flinched at by Brigman, but again, he definitely didn't go that time. Count is 3-1. And he'll miss again with that one. So after the count was 1-1 on a foul ball that was almost in play, 3 straight balls will get the leadoff runner aboard by the walk, and now Peter Cerruto up 0-for-2 today. Strikeout, ground out.
That's huge for Newport to get the leadoff guy on it, especially for this part of the lineup, the best part of this Gulls lineup, with Cerruto, who's been terrific for the Gulls early on, and the danger is Justin Guerrero right behind him.
Glance over to first, not throwing, and swung on and fouled away by Cerruto. He's behind 0-1.
In a lot of ways, Scott, what I'm seeing on the mound, similar to what we saw on Sunday in Bristol on the other side when Kingsbury came out for a 6th inning, and it was a 1-2-3 smooth sailing for him. Interested to see what kind of the limit is here for the Blues with Newport getting a leadoff base runner.
And a casual throw over to first just to keep Brigman honest. We did see a lot of aggressive base running by both sides on Sunday. Not so much today from Newport especially. We've seen Anthony Glasson, who has been all over the base paths, but that's to be expected no matter what day of the week it is. But Newport not as aggressive today as they were on Sunday versus the Blues. 0-2 now after that foul ball. Yeah, and Garrett Coe, you mentioned it. His longest outing this spring was 3 innings. If he gets through this inning, he has more than doubled that in one outing. He threw 9 2/3 total at UConn this spring. Runners going, swing on the high fastball, and safe over at second. It was not far away. That was another situation. And, Brigman was the guy that hit that sac fly where it was just a hair away from being an out, but the tag comes in just as the foot hits the bag.
Yeah, very clearly a hit-and-run situation, a ball that wasn't too close, and you'd think Cerrito would lay off of it, but understanding the assignment and a swing or maybe in some ways not a terrible thing, because that might have delayed Keith throwing the baseball and what was a very, very close play at second base where Brigman is safe by a fraction of a second. If he doesn't swing, he may be out.
Yeah, Guerrero, first time up, doubled to deep center. He walked his most recent time up, and you mentioned he is dangerous. That's the reason he's batting in the cleanup spot. Now he has the tying run in scoring position. And he swings on the first pitch and hits it foul down the third base line. He's able to get that one in fair territory from third base. I don't think there's any doubt that Brigman's scoring from second. That breaking ball goes up high beyond the glove of Tyler Keith, and it will be scored as a wild pitch there, just a little bit too high for Keith to come up and snag. Count goes to 1-1, and Brigman goes to third.
And it looked like it just completely slipped out of the reach of Cohen. You wonder if fatigue has something to do with that, as he kind of was explaining that to Keith, a ball that is kind of uncharacteristic of the outing that he's had tonight.
And that one misses as well. Count is 2-1. He's over 75 pitches now, is Coe.
So far this season, this is the situation that the Newport Gulls have been so productive in. Down, but with runners in scoring position.
That one will miss, and coming home is Brigman. So Brigman will score on the pass ball there. Make it 3-1 the count, and 4-4 the score.
Yeah, good heads-up base running by Brigman to come home on that. And Keith really couldn't find the baseball, but not that it would have mattered. It's just gotten a little tough for Coe, who, as we said, maybe something that he's not accustomed to, pitching this amount of length, and a little surprised, I'll say, to see him still out there, at least without any mound visit.
Yeah. Blues pitching coach Jordy Shiner giving him the free rein to try and get out of his own jam. He was not able to there, and you think back to that throw at second, how close that was, and now that represents at least one run that was millimeters, inches away from being out, as that one will miss, and Guerrero will walk. Bryce Hewlett up now, over 2. He's going to have a runner on.
That's the second walk of the inning for the Gulls, who are really testing the arm of Coe and being rewarded by keeping the bat on the shoulder. I don't know if you can blame them right now. You know, we talk about it. They've been great at getting timely hitting, but sometimes there's things that you don't have to do. You at the plate, getting walks, stealing bases, advancing on wild pitches. The Gulls have done the little things to tie this game.
First pitch from Coe to Hewlett hits the zone. And here's something to explain Coe right now. His pitch count by inning. First inning 12, second inning 12, third inning 12, fourth inning 13, fifth inning 16. He's at 15 already with one out in this inning, as that one will miss. So now 16 equals his longest inning already with one out, one run across, and one runner on. One is the count. Guerrero over on first. That one will miss. Count is 2-1 now. I don't think there's any doubt in any of our minds that this is going to be the final inning for Coe, but can he get out of it? That's the question. First, he's going to throw over to first and get Guerrero to scamper back. That one on the inside almost catches the elbow of Hewlett, and it will be a 3-1 now to the Gulls' first baseman. And it will be a 5-pitch walk to Hewlett, and coming up now, Grayson Moore, who's 0 for 2 today. And this is now time for at least Jordy Shiner, the pitching coach, to come out and have a conversation with his pitcher. The rest of the infield's going to come in as well.
And we're the 3 best friends that anybody could have. We're the 3
Yeah, it's the third Gulls walk in 4 batters in this inning. And Coe, he's appeared to have completely lost his zone. But again, we want to reiterate, I don't know how much you can really blame a guy who isn't accustomed to this distance.
Yeah, there has not been a ball put into play by the Gulls this inning. It's been walk, strikeout, walk, and during that at-bat, the run scored on a pass ball, and then another walk. That is what has happened. And like you said, right now the Gulls perfectly comfortable with keeping the bat on their shoulder and forcing Coe to pitch himself into trouble.
Right, and sometimes, as you said, as both of you guys kind of touched on, sometimes you don't need that big hit to get a rally going. Yeah. Sometimes you can just rely on another pitcher almost providing that rally for you, and that's what's happening. And also, when I was talking to Ted Regan earlier today, he was, as I said before, he was talking about resilience, but also the thing that defines a good team, it's not that you win baseball games every night with your A game, it's how you perform with your B game, and we've seen that tonight from Newport.
Coe with a glance, and he stays in there and will miss with the first pitch versus Moore. With runners in scoring position this season, you guys touched on it, 297 are the goals. On second is Guerrero, on first is Hewlett. 1-0 is the count to Moore. Coe glances and deals. Swung on, fouled back. And the bat hasn't been completely on the shoulder of the Gulls this inning. They just haven't put one into fair territory. They've had a couple hard hits, but none of them have fallen in the field of play. 1-1 now, 1 out. Stepping off is Coe. And a swing and a miss from Grayson Moore. He's behind 1-2. Think about Coe, too, as it looks to be probably the last inning we'll see him. He's so big. And the thing is a pitch like that, it looks like he's just like playing catch or something in the backyard, and it comes out at 75 on the gun. Runner's going. Throw to second. Takes an odd hop, and now running home. The throw for Messenger, and it will be in time. Oh, but the ball was out. The ball fell out there. Wow. And so it will be a double steal, and then I think a steal of home as well, as there's no error there. And the Gulls take the lead on just a weird play here.
Potentially a fielder's choice there, maybe? Yeah, that definitely is. You don't see a play like that every time you show up to the ballpark.
Count is 2-2 as that ball did miss high. Hewlett is the only man on second. Swung on, fouled back, so staying alive is Moore. And still just 1 out here in Newport.
Yeah, it looked like a pitch out clearly for Keith behind the plate, and maybe a good throw gets the runner at second base, but it hops in the dirt, and credit where credit's due to Guerrero, who had some space on the base pass to come in and score.
And a swing and a miss there, so one gone. But of course, two gone. One gone on that strikeout. And finally, as it's been one out on the board for a while, a critical second out for the Gulls, or for the Blues, and for Coe trying to finish off his outing.
It's a big strikeout as well, because the double play was out after you had Hewlett swipe a bag, and now you got to get 2 outs, maybe the hard way if you're Bristol.
And now the first pitch to Spencer Smith misses, and the count is 1-0. Last time up, Smith had that big homer out to right field to make amends for his error that helped score a run in the top of the 5th. 1-0. Hewlett on second. Swung on and missed by the Gulls shortstop. Count 1-1. Sun just setting here in Rhode Island. So the lights are on at the ballpark. 1-1 goes to 2-1 after that one misses outside. Coe now at 93. A big leash being given to him by the Blues coaching staff, trying to help him get through 6. Of course, now, as he entered this inning in line for the win, he would be saddled with the loss if the score stays the same. Swing and a miss from Smith there. Can't help but think that he's trying to go yard again, as a healthy hack from him goes flailing. '95th pitch from Coe. Here it is. And it will hit Smith. So it was 2-2. And that one on the inside will bail out Smith and give him the free pass to first. Hewlett stays at second, of course. And Pitaro is at the plate. And now manager Ronnie Palmer will come in and give the sign to the bullpen. And so Coe, a valiant effort from him today, for sure. Especially somebody only had 2 innings of NECBL ball under his belt. He's only had 9 2/3 innings this season, and goes 5 2/3 strong here. And of course, the book is not closed on him, as he is responsible for Hewlett and Smith, but he will take the walk after a strong showing for the Blues, and giving them a chance here in the late going to try and stop their 6-game losing streak.
Our loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
As we are back here, the warm-up pitches for the new pitcher, Mark Mendel, are complete. Mendel making his 4th appearance in a Bristol uniform this summer. 4.5 ERA and 4 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, 6 walks to 6 strikeouts. Opposing batters are hitting .214 against the Kansas Jayhawk. First pitch to the new batter, C.J. Pitaro, misses. Count is 1-0 to the man who is 1 for 2 tonight. Swung on, slapped hard into right field. Going to be a run home for Hewlett. Hewlett's on his horse, and he actually will turn around and head back to third. So the bases will be loaded after Pitaro gets to Mendel initially.
Yeah, interesting decision with 2 outs for sure, but you have to figure Kevin Winroad, the third base coach and the head coach for the Gulls, is thinking, I had a ball that was hit pretty shallow into right field and hard for that matter. And you still have obviously a huge opportunity for Newport to try to break this game open with Rogers.
Now Rogers, man, making his Newport debut tonight, has a chance to break this game wide open. As Mendel will set with the bases loaded and deal. Good block by Keith there on the ball that misses. Count is 1-0 on the season with the bases loaded. Coming into this game, Newport is batting .375. Of course, Rogers has not had a crack in a Gulls uniform with the bases packed. That one hits the zone. Count is 1-1. A little more on Mendel. Originally from the Northeast. Decided to play his college ball all the way out in Kansas, but from New York. As he throws that one inside, as just misses Rogers. That would have been a run scored if he would have made contact with Rogers. Instead, count goes 2-1. Only 1 inning pitched for the Jayhawks. Allowed 1 run in that inning. As that one's strung, hit up the middle. A play by Fedko and a throw to second. So a fielder's choice 4-6 will get Mendel and the Blues out of the bases loaded jam. What a play by the middle infield. Fedko just to stop that one, and a flip to Messenger for out number 3, but the Gulls put up 2 in the bottom of the 6th. They regain the lead 5-4 going into the 7th.
Loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Need your Gulls fix? Check out NewportGulls.com. That's NewportGulls.com. NCTV 18 Newport County, the World Wide Web, and on DVD. This is Newport Gulls Baseball on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Back for the top of the 7th. Well, a Michigan Wolverine making his debut at the plate for the Gulls, and now a Michigan Wolverine making a debut on the mound. It's Logan Wood that comes into the game for Newport, relieving Ethan Hoopengarner, the new pitcher for the Newport Gulls. He led the University of Michigan this season with a 2.38 ERA. and now makes his first appearance at Cardines Field with the Gulls up 1. Top of the order for the Blues, Anthony Gallison takes a big swing and a miss. 9 outs to get for Newport, now ahead by 1, slimmest of margins. 3 unanswered runs for the Gulls after they fell behind by 2. As Wood fires, and that pitch out of the zone, 1-1. Final line for Hoopin Garner this evening. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. As Wood fires, and that pitch outside.
We've seen both the previous new pitchers for the Gulls come in and have accuracy issues early. Of course, again, only 3 pitches in, but I'm sure the Gulls would appreciate that not being the same story with Wood.
2-1 comes in and misses the zone. Well, an aggressive delivery from Wood and caused him to lose his hat.
Yeah, he jerks his body. He like whips, jerks. I don't know what the exact right verb is, but he flings it in there. And that's a complete contrast to Coe, who looks like he's, just passing the ball in the backyard, and they go about the same speed.
3-1, Jaws catches the outside part, and Callison will have to stay in the box. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He's been at the center of Bristol's success today. Same case on Sunday. A walk in the first, a single in the 5th for Gallison. And he looks at a pitch outside. Walk number 2 on the night, and a leadoff man for Bristol in the 7th.
Yeah, now we get to see him on the base paths, which is
that's a sight to see, isn't it?
Exhilarating and stressful as the voice of the Blues, but you survive. Just a little raise of the blood pressure when Anthony gets on.
Tyson Cooper.
Blues looking to strike right back. Losers of 6 straight, but have had an opportunity here tonight. Up 4-2 before Newport took the lead back, making it 5-4. But the tying run on first for Tyson Cooper. As Wood fires a pitch that's outside. Cooper also a base hit tonight. He followed Gallison's single in the 5th with a single himself. They both came around to score in the 5th inning. First a check-in over on Gallison.
For a game that's seen a lot of strikeouts and walks, we've also seen a lot of action at the plate. Even though there's only been a combined 9 hits in the game, still a lot of action, and we might see some more here.
1-0. As Wood fires a pitch that's hit hard, high chopper, and it gets past Guerrera. It'll be a base hit on a ball that just took a brutal hop on Justin Guerrera and got over his glove. And Bristol really threatening here now in the 7th.
Really nothing you can do there. Hard hit ball. I hope that goes down as a hit because that's just a tough bounce. Nothing you can do as a second baseman.
So 2 hits on the night for Tyson Cooper and a real opportunity now. 3-hitter Skylar Messenger now steps in. He also had a single in his last plate appearance. 3 singles from the top of that Blues order in what was their most productive inning of this ballgame. 3 runs in the 5th inning. The pitch from Wood. Fires a pitch inside, and it's going to bounce away from Cerruto, and both base runners will move up 90 feet.
That's going to be a pass ball on Cerruto there. Should have snagged that one up and in. Whatever it is, now it puts 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a big bat at the plate with Messenger.
And Scott, the Blues, they're just responding really quickly right now to Newport's attack.
Yeah, I think they got some confidence midway through this game because this is not something I've really seen throughout the season.
1-0 is a high chopper, going to stay just fair on the right side, fielded by the first baseman Hewlett, and he steps on the bag, but the job done for the Blues, an RBI ground out, and this ball game is tied at 5.
Very productive out there. If there's one way that you want to make an out, it's a ground ball to first base because you move the runner over to third base, and suddenly the go-ahead run is 90 feet away.
RBI ground out for Skylar Messenger. And the go-ahead run. Now on third base, as John said, here's Christian Fedko. This would be a big time for his first hit as a Blue, I'd imagine, with the Blues, I'd imagine. Certainly got the capability. Team captain at the University of Connecticut for good reason.
Yeah, and a little delayed battle here. We already mentioned some UConn, Michigan guys that met in the South Bend Regional, and here they are in the NECBL battle.
Beautiful break-in ball from Smith, makes it 1-1. Rather Wood. Infield is playing a bit in for the Gulls, looking potentially for a play at home to get out Cooper. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Fedka. Big swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Well, an Anthony Gallison walk, Tyson Cooper single, Skylar Messenger RBI ground out have us right here. Back where we started, 5-5 in the top of the 7th. Here comes the 1-2. It's a hard chopper right to Guerrero. He'll look to third, now fire it to first in time. Good play by Justin Guerrero to field it cleanly and give a look over to Cooper to keep him at third, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, earlier in this game for the Blues on the other side, we saw a situation with the infield in, and just like that, it was perfect. Throws the runner at third, kept a runner off the board, and Sear again. Cooper, no way he's going on that. Gallison might have gone on contact on that, but in the end, no damage done to the Gulls.
Not out of the woods quite yet. First pitch to Logan Stevens, a fastball on the inside part of the plate, strike 1. The Tulane outfielder 0 for 3 today. Strikeout victim twice to 2 different Gulls arms. Once to Umberger, once to Hoopengarner. Looks at the 1-1 that breaks a little too much. It's down low for ball number 1. Still looking for his first hit against the Gulls. 0 for 6 between these 2 games. Did reach on base Sunday with a walk. 1-1, a breaker that nearly hits him on the backside. It's 2-1. Cooper, the runner at third. Potential go-ahead run for Bristol. Wood looking to keep this ball game tied at 5. 2-1 on its way. Another breaker dots the outside part. And Wood 1 strike away from getting out of the jam.
Yeah, this is a big pitch right here because who knows how many chances you're going to get with a man 90 feet away. You might not get it again, so got to take advantage of it if you're a Blues fan.
2-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Right on cue, Logan Wood works out of trouble. But not before Bristol ties this ball game up with an RBI ground out. It's time to stretch at Cardines Field. 5-5, all knotted up between the Blues and the Gulls right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Which is proud to to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Just had the 7th inning stretch here at Cardines Field. What a game between Bristol and Newport, all tied up at 5. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mark Mendel, the pitcher, still on the mound for the Blues. Top of the order for Newport. Sam Cochran squares around and brings it back for ball one. Cochran's looking to reach base for the first time today. A diving catch by Anthony Gallison robbed Cochran of a single in the bottom of the first inning. Also had a 4-3 ground out and a strikeout as he cuts on and misses on a pitch right there. Cochran on the Week 2 honor roll as announced by the NECBL this afternoon after a sensational week. Sound a pitch just outside. It's 2-1.
Yeah, well earned for Cochran getting those honors. Of course, I just saw him on Sunday, but he was all over and he had a great effect and really never letting any momentum stay with the Blues for too long. He was dominant.
Soft chopper going to go foul. Well, it's had multiple hits in all three of Newport's past games. They were all victories. 3 games that were in a 3-game stretch. And Newport's first off day yesterday. Wasn't an off day that was intended, but with the rain, Newport playing on their scheduled off day today. 2-2. Cochran stays alive. His 10 hits lead the Newport Gulls this season. 7 in the last 3 games. And again, last played with Eckerd College. He did not play college ball this past spring. First time since pre-pandemic. What a way to come out. He'll stay alive again. Protecting the plate.
Yeah, I mean, something that just segues into something I've been so impressed with guys like Cochran and all the Harvard and Yale guys, every Ivy League guy except for the guys from Penn that got a couple games in. Just been so impressed by those guys that, I mean, haven't played competitive baseball since maybe even last spring. Some of them got some summer ball in, but it's just been incredible to see, just like riding a bike. You show back up at the ballpark and you're right back on it.
2-2 is a base hit into left field, right on cue for Sam Cochran. A base hit and the leadoff base runner on for Newport in the bottom of the 7th.
Wow, this is just one back and forth game. You can't go get nachos or even go to the bathroom. You're gonna miss something. Can't even blink. Both teams just competing out here tonight. Neither seems to have their A game, but both are finding a way to get runs across the plate.
Here's Dawson Brigman for Newport. He walked and scored in the 6th when Newport took the lead back from Bristol, but now a tie ball game. The first pitch skips in the dirt, and Cochran will advance to second base easily. A wild pitch from Mendel on the bump.
Yeah, that one just completely got away from him. I don't know what happened there, but Keith was not even close to that one behind the plate, signifying it was not just a pitch that missed, it was a ball that slipped.
There's a pitch that catches the zone. It's 1-1. To Brigman making his 3rd start as a goal this season. First here at Cardines Field. On the road on Ocean State on Saturday, on the road against Bristol Sunday. 1-1. Big cut and a miss. Well, he popped out to the center fielder Davis in the first and then was at the center of that controversial play in the 3rd inning where he hit a sacrifice fly and Pitaro came in to score from 3rd base. 1-2. Another pitch in the dirt. And Cochran says thank you very much. And the go-ahead run 90 feet now from scoring for the Gulls.
Yeah, Cochran's fast enough as it is. You don't need to to give him free passes over to second and third. And those are tough ones that Mendel's going to want back.
Now the infield creeps in for the Blues. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brigman. That pitch outside, and Brigman takes, and the count is full. Newport looking for a breakthrough. No outs in the bottom of the 7th and a tie game. As Brigman, a high chopper to the third baseman vision. He looks over to third and now gets Brigman out at first. Exactly what you want if you're the Blues.
Yeah, they needed that on a full count pitch too, and when Mendel's control was questionable there on a couple pitches, and still not out of the clear yet, but able to get one there, and Vigent plays it perfectly, uses his peripheral vision to keep an eye on Cochran, make sure he doesn't try and grab home, and one gone.
Now Peter Ceruto, the man at the plate for the Gulls. He's had a few big-time base hits this season. He's had a pitch outside.
And we've seen Newport really struggle with situational hitting tonight. They've had men on who have advanced based on either pass balls or wild pitches, but they haven't been able to get them in. But thankfully, because of how wild the pitching's been, they've come across on wild pitches.
Ceruto hits this ball high in the air into right field. Camping under it is the right fielder, Stevens. Cochran will tag. The throw to the plate is up the line, and Newport grabs the lead right back. Sam Cochran scores, and it's 6-5.
And that's the broadcaster jinx right there. I say they've had a horrible night situationally hitting, and that's great situational hitting by Ceruto. A sac fly to right field. Can't ask for anything more.
Back and forth we go. Newport back on top in the bottom of the 7th. And now the base is clear for Justin Guerrera. Second sacrifice fly for Newport in this game. Third of the game if you look at both teams. Bristol had one themselves in the 4th inning. Another pitch outside. Guerrera has walked twice today. Had a big double into one of the deeper parts of this park in the 2nd inning. Came around to score in the 2nd. Came around to score in the 6th. Try checking his swing, and that pitch, another pitch that's outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, both of those pitches did not miss by much. That's kind of the outside of the plate where sometimes we've seen pitches be really close and kind of go either way.
Big swing and a miss from Guerrera, and it's 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. 3 for 5 against Bristol Sunday, 1 for 1 against them today. And at the center of this Gulls offense since stepping foot on this team. Looks outside. Looks on a pitch outside. It's 3-1. A first-team All-MAC selection with the Fairfield Stags. After leading the team with a .340 average, 13 home runs, 45 RBIs. And he looks at ball number 4. So Justin Guerrera, 3 straight walks, one in the 4th, one in the 6th, and one in the 7th. And Newport has another base runner on.
Yeah, that big hit he had to center to start off his day has obviously put the fright in the Bristol on the Bristol mound, and they're not going to take any chances when he's up.
Here's Bryce Hewlett, a chance for Newport to add more. Guerrera off on the pitch. The throw down. Gets away. That was going to be a very close play at second base, but Messenger just couldn't hold on to the baseball.
Yeah, and there's been a couple times we saw that play at the plate earlier where it seems like every time the throw is in time, the ball is just barely squeaking out of the glove of Blues. That's happened a couple times, and it's game of inches, and just missed it a couple times.
Now another runner in scoring position for Newport. 0-1 to Hewlett. Here it comes. Too low. It's 1-1. Hewlett 0 for 2 today. But you guessed it, he's got a walk too. In the 6th inning, came right after Guerrera's. Another pitch that's inside, it's 2-1. Five walks across this Newport lineup tonight. 3 belonging to Guerrera, 1 to Hewlett, and 1 to Dawson Brigman. Hewlett shoots this one high, but out of play. His 2nd game as a Newport Gull after playing with Pitt this past season. A team that just missed the NCAA tournament, one of the first 4 out, but had a strong year with them, starting all 43 games. And the 2-2 is a foul tip into the mitt of Keith for strike number 3. Newport grabs the lead right back, and we'll keep it here on the NECBL Broadcast Network as we go to the 8th inning. I'll toss it over to my broadcast partner, the Newport Gulls field reporter, John Perrick, to give us a look around the NECBL.
Well, thank you very much, Zach. Well, in North Adams, Keene just left the bases loaded. That game's in the bottom of the 8th, and Keene trails the North Adams Steeple Caps by a score of 7-3. And then over in Danbury, the Westerners trailed to the Martha's Vineyard Sharks 8-3. Of course, last year it was Martha's Vineyard, or actually not last year, 2 years ago, it was Martha's Vineyard who won the Southern Division. And then over in the North Shore, it's the Navigators who trail the Sanford Mainers by a score of 2-1. That game's in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, Danbury trailing, of course, not a common opponent for these teams. A team that Bristol saw just a couple days ago, and a team that Newport will see tomorrow. Logan Wood back on the bump for the Gulls. 6 outs to get now for Newport in what's been a wild game, to say the least. Newport opened the scoring in this ballgame with a run in the second and a run in the third, but Bristol answered right back. They grabbed their first lead in a little while. Of course, Bristol on a 6-game losing skid. They grabbed the lead right back. They grabbed the lead, rather, in the 4th and 5th inning, taking a 2-run lead, but this is a resilient Newport team, John, and right now they're 6 outs away.
Yeah, they are. And just to talk to Scott here for a moment, Scott, when you're on a losing streak and things seem not to be going your way, and you have a night like tonight where it's been a competitive game, but there's been opportunities for both teams, the Blues and the Gulls, and it seems that they've capitalized at points, but then at points, this just has the makes of possibly being a heartbreaker for either side. So just for the Blues, say this doesn't go well. Moving forward, I don't want to get ahead of it, but this one can't feel good.
Well, I mean, the great thing about summer ball, and at least this stretch, a foul starts up Chad Knight's at bat. I mean, just the great thing is that the Blues have like 6 games in a row coming up. They don't have a day off until now and next Sunday, so you don't have that much time to think about the loss.
Short-term memory.
So that's the good thing, is you got another game tomorrow, and that's a good thing.
Knight hits this one hard on the left side. Takes a couple weird bounces, but fielded by Smith over to first in time.
And Scott, that's the great thing about baseball, right? It's not football. You don't play once a week. You got to wake up the next morning and come out there with your A game.
Yeah, and speaking of football, I'm a Seahawks fan, and I don't know how much you know, but they play a lot of dramatic games.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that's prepared me well for being the Blues broadcast this year, because the Blues, they'll keep themselves in it other than opening night. I mean, they've been in every game and have me holding on till the very end.
That's a perfect example where the standings don't tell the whole story. Although they only have 1 win this season, you're right. Outside of opening day, they've been in every single game.
0-1 gets past Ceruto.
Yeah, and everybody makes the playoffs this year. And as we learned for those watching college baseball with NC State,
right?
I mean, your season isn't over until somebody can kick you out of it. I mean, I guess with some exceptions. But this year in the NECBL, it's anybody's ball game.
On one is a bit high. A lot of parity, especially when it comes to summer ball. And this was a 2-run ball game on Sunday as we went to the 7th inning. And here we are on Tuesday. Gulls by 1 in the top of the 5th inning. Bristol down to the last 5 outs in a 1-run game. Three balls and 1 strike now to the 7-hitter Tyler Keith, the catcher. He singled his last time up back in the 6th inning. That pitch hits him right on the upper part of the back.
Yeah, that one was right between the numbers and doesn't feel good, but Keith has taken that. Taken pitches before, and he's a catcher, so he's taken pitches behind the plate as well that have probably hit him where the protection isn't there, and he'll no doubt just take it, and walk to first and be all right.
Yeah, one that we could hear up here.
Number 7.
It's got to be painful, but for the Blues, The tying run's on base. Here's Nate Vigent, who has walked twice.
Here's an interesting situation, too, where I was kind of wondering for a second, maybe do you go to, if you're really trying to be strategic, do you go to a pinch runner here? Tyler Keith, no threat with his legs, and you have some speed on the bench, and you have an ability with Chad Knight and Tyson Cooper both in the lineup to maybe shift somebody else to catcher for the final couple innings, but it looks like Keith is going to stay on first.
First pitch to Vigent. Dots the outside part. Well, it helps the Gulls that the lefty Logan Wood on the mound, and with a catcher Keith at first base, it'd be hard to swipe a base. 0-1. Beautiful breaking ball from Wood, and he's out ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Brock Murtha is the name that comes to mind in terms of a man on the bench right now for the Blues that I would put in this situation. Couple stolen bases, and kind of like Anthony Glass, and he's fun to watch on the base pass because he'll be risky, but he would represent the tying run if he came on.
Vigent's able to hold off on that pitch, and it's 1-2. A strikeout victim to Grant Umberger in the second inning, but has walked in his plate appearances since then, in the 5th and in the 6th, respectively. Represents the go-ahead run for Bristol here in the 8th. All breaking balls from Wood. This one's down in the dirt, and it's 2-2. This is the second inning of work for Wood. He relieved Ethan Hoopengartner. Back-to-back Gulls making debuts tonight on the bump. Short lead for Keith. Here's the 2-2. Pitch that is in there for strike 3. Just catches the upper part of the zone, and a huge second out for Logan Wood in the 8th.
The center fielder.
Peter Sakalaris right now is warming up in the Gulls bullpen, the Virginia Tech product.
Well, we saw a Virginia Tech product start this game for Newport with Umberger. It's the first pitch, skips in the dirt and past Ceruto. And Keith will trot to second.
Wild pitch there on Wood, and that one bounced all weird and bounced really high as well. I think it must have taken some sort of deflection of Ceruto to find its way all the way as high as we up are here, a couple rows up.
Now the opportunity just got a little bit bigger. Tying run standing on second base for Chris Davis, the center fielder. Try checking his swing on a ball upstairs, and it's a ball for 2-0. Does not have a hit tonight, but he did reach on an error from Spencer Smith in the 3rd inning. A couple of 4-3 ground outs to go along with that. 0 for 2 on the day. And he's able to look at a pitch that just misses. Big league eye for Davis, and he's ahead 3-0.
Yeah, not much there, but I mean, one of the smartest batters at the plate right now. 4 years at Princeton, and spent his last year at Duke. Smart at the plate and also in the classroom.
3-0. There's a strike, a big strike for Logan Wood. On a breaking pitch, it's 3-1. It's Newport by 1, looking for a 4th straight victory at Cardines Field. 3-1 is 2 outside, and Davis has earned his first walk of the night. And 2 runners on now for Bristol.
Yeah, and the big thing that does is turn the lineup card back over to Anthony Gillassen, who has been stellar today for Bristol, offensively, defensively, and a perfect time for a mound visit for Newport.
Greg Zackerson will now give a talk to Wood on the mound. Walk number 2 from Wood just issued to Davis. Inning in 2/3 in the books with 1 hit and the run across an inning ago. It was not earned for Wood to go with the 2 strikeouts and the 2 walks. Of course, every game that Umberger has pitched this season, Sakalaris has also pitched. A man that we mentioned potentially coming into this ball game, and 4 outs for Newport to get for a victory, a fourth straight win, but it's going to be a little tough with 2 runners on the bases.
Yeah, I don't think we should jump the gun at all here because we've seen it already tonight. So many different lead changes, so many strange things, a lot of walks, a lot of wild pitches and pass balls. So anything could happen here. The door is open.
Well, it's the top of the order, and we mentioned it, a man that has probably done more damage than anyone on this Bristol team against Newport. First pitch from Wood. Breaking ball, drops for a strike.
Yeah, and Anthony's the kind of competitor that if he isn't able to get on base here, if he ends the inning, he's going to remember this at-bat and not even realize the phenomenal game he's had up to this point. That's how hard he competes.
Here comes the 0-1. Another breaking pitch, and Gallison swinging out of his shoes. It's 0-2.
Huge swing there. You talk about being a competitor, Scott. Well, he had the playground on his mind there in left field.
Tying run on second for Bristol. Go ahead run at first. What an opportunity for Gallison, who's been on base 3 times tonight. 2 walks and a single. 3 hits against Newport on Sunday. He knows how to get on base. Behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. Too high. One more strike to get for Wood. 1-2. Breaking pitch too low, and the count's even. As Gallison, the Elon Phoenix, steps back in from the right side with a major opportunity for the Blues. Looking to break out of a 6-game losing streak. Newport looking for their 4th straight win. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As this one is grounded softly to Smith. He'll fire it across the diamond in time. Spencer Smith, a nice play from one side of the diamond to the other, and Newport is out of trouble in the top of the 8th. 2 base runners on for Bristol, but 2 stranded for the Blues. It's Newport by 1, 6-5 with 3 more outs to get here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
This is Newport Gulls Baseball. On your home for the Gulls, the NECBL Broadcast Network.
You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players.
The Newport Gulls, 6-time champions of the NECBL. Follow the whole season right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
It's the Gulls by the slimmest of margins here on Tuesday night at historic Cardines Field. Thanks so much for joining us. Zach Letson, Scott Gladstone, John Perrick here with you for the NECBL Broadcast Network. And a new pitcher for the Bristol Blues who will look to keep this at just a 1-run deficit. Jaron Zinn out of Harvard pitching, once again making his 5th appearance of the season, a team-leading 5th appearance. And he pitched Sunday against the Newport Gulls, went an inning and gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned in Newport's 6-2 victory. Newport's got 6 on the board tonight, but it's a little bit closer, 6-5 over Bristol.
Yeah, in general, Jerenson's been one of those guys that's been in a difficult situation. Playing for Harvard, didn't get a spring season, so it had kind of been just thrown into the fire here, and that's part of the reason why he has an 11.25 ERA in 4 innings pitched this year, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Opposing batters are hitting 333 against him, but he's in a key situation here against a pinch hitter.
Grayson Moore's day is done for the Gulls. Here's Cal Perillo. Big swing and a miss. Well, Perillo was the player of the game for Newport the last time that he played here at Cardines Field. Laces this one hard but foul.
Yeah, you talk about his performance last Friday against Mystic. One play that comes to mind, huge home run late in the game to really just open up the floodgates en route to a huge victory over the Schooners.
A double and a 3-run shot in the very same inning. 9 runs across for Newport in the 6th in a 13-4 victory. Newport has won their last 3 since. As Perillo grounds it foul. It started with that win here against Mystic, and a thrilling win against Ocean State, 8-6 on the road, and then beating these very same Bristol Blues 6-2 on Sunday. Looking for a 4th straight. Perillo looks at a beautiful breaking ball in there for strike number 3. So the Rhode Island College anchorman down on strikes. Here's Spencer Smith for Newport. 1 for 2 tonight, but a big 1 for 2. A solo home run that led off the bottom of the 5th inning. He was also hit in the 6th inning. So been on base twice. Looks at a first pitch fastball, 2 inside.
Yeah, that home run's the difference right now. I mean, there's 1,000 plays, I feel like, in this game we can look at and say that play is the difference right now. That's what happens when you're at a 1-run game this late.
Almost an identical pitch. Another fastball inside to Smith. It's 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0). Pitch that misses the zone again. It's 3-0. That pitch just catches the upper part of the plate. It's 3-1 to the Northeastern Husky. (3-1) coming. Fastball too far in. Might have clipped the elbow of Smith. Doesn't matter. He's down to first base. And Newport with a base runner looking for some insurance, some breathing room here in the bottom of the 8th.
Third baseman, number 13, C.J. Pitaro.
So Smith is hit by a pitch for the 2nd time tonight, and now it's C.J. Pitaro. Another fastball from Zinn. There's a strike. 2 hits for Pitaro tonight. He singled and scored in the 3rd inning on that big play at the plate. The sacrifice fly from Dawson Brigman. Started a lot this year for Newport at the hot corner. Looks at a pitch up. Newport by 1. Looking for a 4th straight victory. 1 run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Up by a run as Smith takes off for second. Good throw down on a 1-hopper, but it looks to get away from the shortstop Messenger, and a big stolen base for Spencer Smith.
Smith almost went right through the bag there, and almost another unfortunate error for the Newport Gulls. They've had a few so far this game. On the scorecard, 3 errors so far tonight.
Well, a runner 90 feet closer. Pitaro hits this back to the fence.
Of course, that wouldn't have been an official error, but more of a mental error, if anything.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen a throw maybe sneak out of the glove of Messenger at shortstop, and the Gulls, an aggressive base running group tonight, to say the least. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Breaking pitch, hit into left field, gonna bounce down for a base hit. Smith gets the wave home. Here comes the throw. It is offline. Spencer Smith scores, and C.J. Pitaro a huge RBI single to give Newport a 7-5 lead. A huge base hit for C.J. Pitaro. Have a day. 3 singles. And he advances to second on the throw. Now it's Jordan Rogers' turn, the 9-hitter. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and he grounds it foul.
Rogers has had a good start here for Newport. Big double back in the 3rd inning that hit the A1 sign, almost hit it out of the ballpark, and then nearly a 2-run single, but was robbed by a great play by the second baseman.
Pitch. Sharp breaking ball, but it's just upstairs. That dive might have saved 2 runs back a couple innings back in the 6th. A couple of very hard hit balls by Rogers tonight. Looks over to Pitaro. Now here comes the 1-1. Fastball skips way in front of the catcher, Keith, but able to get a beat on it in time to keep Pitaro from moving up a base. In his Newport Gulls debut, playing center field, taking the spot of Connor Kiley tonight in the 9 spot for Newport. And has played well. A 2-0, 2-1 rather, outside. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Rogers. Pitaro on second base. A huge RBI single has given Newport some breathing room here in the 3rd. In the 8th, excuse me. 3rd creeped into my mind because Pitaro a big lead off. But it's taken off for 3rd there. 3 balls and 1 strike to Rogers. This fastball just catches the outside part of the zone, and it's 3-2.
I think that one clocked at 92. Pretty impressive velo from Zinn there.
Coming with some heat to these last couple of Newport hitters. Looking to get out of any further trouble with Bristol down 2. And now Pitaro takes off for 3rd, and they may have him picked off. Zinn looking to throw the baseball. Now he throws it to Messenger, and Pitaro slips and now is tagged out. So after taking a very healthy lead off of second base, heads up from Jaron Zinn, and he's able to tag Pitaro out, and there's now 2 away.
Yeah, they didn't make it too much of a pickle, so it isn't too much difficulty to score there. As you know, Zinn did most of the work with his legs, and Messenger got the tag.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And Rogers takes ball number 4. Yet another walk for the Newport Gulls. Walk number 6 tonight. Belongs to Jordan Rogers, and the lineup card will flip over as Sam Cochran will get his 5th plate appearance of the night.
Sam Cochran.
Huge single in the 7th inning, and he came around to score for Newport on a sacrifice fly that broke the tie an inning ago. Looks at a first pitch fastball upstairs, and it's 1-0. Was a little unlucky in the 1st inning when Anthony Gallison made a diving catch to rob him of a hit. Looks at another pitch upstairs. But 8 hits across his last 4 games for the College of Charleston right fielder. Confer another one to try to put Newport in a position to put this game out of reach. Another fastball. This time it catches the black, and it's 2-1. Cochran in his 3rd year in the NECBL, first with the Newport Gulls. 2 seasons spent with the Winnipesaukee Muskrats in both 2018 and 2019. But he's got to be liking Newport so far with the season he's had. He hits this one right to the second baseman, Fedko, gobbles it up and throws over to first in time. And the side retired. Newport adds 1 more on an RBI single from C.J. Pitaro. 3 more outs for a 4th straight Gulls victory right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th.
Three more outs to get for a Newport Gulls victory. This game started with a Virginia Tech Hokie arm on the mound, and Newport hoping it finishes with a Virginia Tech Hokie arm on the mound. A call to the bullpen for Kevin Winterode's team. It's Peter Sakalaris that gets the call in the 9th inning with 3 outs to get. Pitched 3 innings out of the bullpen for Newport on opening night and was very solid. Got 5 strikeouts for Newport and kept Valley off balance all night long. He also pitched for the Gulls last Thursday against the Mystic Schooners. He will be tested here in the 9th inning. 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And the last gasp for Bristol, who need 2 runs to keep this game going. First pitch comes into Tyson Cooper a bit upstairs.
Yeah, and the thing is of course the 2-run lead is the greatest part for Newport, but they do have to go through at least 2, 3, 4, which is a part of the lineup that has caused headaches for Newport. At least the most headaches other than Anthony Gallison, who's let it off strongly.
Cooper, the DH.
Pitch is fouled back to the netting. A defensive change to let you know about. Cal Perillo came into this game as a pinch hitter for Grayson Moore, and Connor Kiley has come in to play left field for the remainder of this game for the Gulls. Sakalaris winds and delivers. Ball fouled back. Of course, the very unique delivery, the submarine delivery. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cooper, who has back-to-back singles in his last 2 at-bats, coming in the 5th and coming in the 7th. 2-2. Fastball rocketed down the right field line, but foul. After Cooper, it's Messenger and Fedko. 2 guys that have both been on base tonight. And Bristol needs that to keep this ball game going to try to avoid a 7th straight defeat. As Cooper shoots this one into the air, Kiley, the new left fielder, will go over to it, and he overran it. It gets to the right of him, and it's a double for Tyson Cooper to start the 9th inning off.
Really an uncompetitive effort out there in left field. I don't know if he lost it in the lights or whatnot. You can't blame the twilight tonight. Just really, we've seen a lot of strange things in this ball game tonight, haven't we?
Remarkable. Well, he had to come a long way playing over, I guess you could even say maybe shaded a little bit to center field, was Kiley, the new left fielder for the Gulls.
Messenger.
Yeah, and right now, the biggest thing is not getting, or if you're a Blues fan, it's not getting an out, and that's somehow how Cooper survives there, and he'll take it on the top of the 9th down 2.
Sacalera's first pitch to Messenger is shot far, but foul. Well, now that opportunity is there if you're Bristol. Tying run stands at the plate right now in Messenger in the 3 spot. An RBI ground out in the 7th inning tied this game for Messenger. He also singled in the 5th for these Blues. And shoots the 0-1 deep in right field. It'll stay in the park as Cochran ranges back and makes the play, and Cooper stays put at second base. Messenger gave it a ride, but a long first down.
Yeah, and if Cooper represented the tying run at second, I think there's no doubt that he would be pinch ran for right here. I haven't seen any wheels out of him thus far, and none of his stats would prove otherwise. Maybe you get a different batter or a pinch runner there. He tags up third, but of course it's a tying run, so it doesn't matter. You need somebody at the plate to do something too.
Here's Christian Fedko. Looks at a pitch that just sneaks out of the glove of Ceruto, and Cooper will take advantage and trot to third. So a passed ball from Ceruto allows Cooper to move up 90 feet. Big spot to come into in your first game as a Bristol Blue for Christian Fedko, the second baseman. Looks at the 1-0. Jaws catches the outside part of the zone. It's 1-1. Walked in the 4th inning, and a couple ground outs in the 5th and the 7th, one that resulted into a double play. The pitch is a changeup, and he's swinging out of his shoes for strike 2.
Great changeup there. He was sitting fastball. And when you're sitting fastball and you see a changeup, it's a really uncomfortable feeling.
I think he's thinking of one thing to do here. One swing could tie this game. 1-2. His shot high in the air, this time into shallow right field. Cochran ranging in, and he makes the catch. Sam Cochran had to come a long way to run in and made the catch on the run, and Newport 1 out away. One last chance for the Bristol Blues. Here's Logan Stevens, the right fielder who has not reached base today.
The right fielder, number 27.
2 strikeouts swinging and a 4-3 ground out. He represents the tying run. Cooper over at third. Sacaleras looking to polish it off for the Gulls. His first pitch is a bit high. Newport 7, Bristol 5. In the top of the 9th inning. After 2 straight Gulls runs. As this one is shot hard, but right to Sam Cochran. He makes the catch. And that does it. From Cardines Field, a Newport Gulls winner. For a 4th straight game, the Gulls finish on top tonight. They top the Bristol Blues by a score of 7-5.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time I've seen a Blues game end kind of like this. We've had tying runners either on the base paths or at least up at home plate. And if you're a Blues fan, it's good to see that your team is in all these games, but it's incredibly frustrating to see your team come up short in all these games because finding a way to come out on top of games like this are what's going to win playoff games at the end of this season. And, it's building a chip on their shoulder, that's for sure, for Bristol. But it's another heartbreaker here, as John said it was going to be for whoever lost, and it's the Blues. And it's a tough one for sure. And it's going to be a tough one to swallow for these guys. But like I said as well, it's back to work tomorrow. So.
Newport on top for a fourth straight time tonight against the Bristol Blues by a score of 7-5. We'll take a quick break and break it all down for it here on the Gulls post-game show on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
The winning streak is 4 for the Newport Gulls after coming out on top against the Bristol Blues by a final score tonight of 7-5. Welcome into the Gulls post-game show. Zach Letson, glad to be joined alongside Scott Gladstone and John Perrick tonight. Another exciting ball game between these two teams. We saw a very close game, Scott, on Sunday. Gulls able to pull away a little bit late with those 2 runs in the 7th to win 6-2, but this really a nail-biter throughout, and the Gulls coming out on top by 2 right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1 or 2 plays really that made the difference, and some of those 1 or 2 plays were a matter of inches or milliseconds or whatever form of calculation you want to use there. I mean, it was a great game, and the problem is, as the Blues broadcaster, I've been treated to plenty of great games. I have only been treated to 1 Blues win thus far this season, and I know Coach Ronnie Palmer, and I know the guys are feeling that same way, where we're playing well. We're not playing horribly. There are stats that are not so great that need to be improved, but at the same time, all credit to the Newport Gulls, who made the plays when they needed to. I think specifically back to that 3-run that 3-run inning by the Blues, and immediately coming back with Smith with that solo home run. That any momentum that the Blues had, boom, slapped out and taken right away. And it's stuff like that is a professional-esque play to be able to come back and say, I mean, you're playing so much baseball, and you got to learn how to roll with the punches. And right now the Blues have been punched a lot this season, and they're going to have to head back out on the road to Valley tomorrow and try not to get punched again.
Well, you mentioned it's a tight stretch for the Blues over the next 6 days, and a game tonight that you really can't. You got to hold your head up a little bit with the way that this Blues team played, up 4-2 in the middle of this game, and at the end of the day, the box score doesn't really tell a complete story with how Garrett Coe pitched on the mound and really gave 5 2/3 innings, really gave him a chance to try to come out on top tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the line you said there, too, is that the Blues led at one point, which is something we haven't been able to say for over 10 days. So, I mean, that in itself is a victory. And, yeah, I don't know what everybody on this Blues team, what their philosophy is when it comes to moral victories. There are guys that had good game. Garrett Coe showed that he can be a starter. He can put in good innings of work. And, maybe a throw from Gallison comes in a half second sooner, and there's a tag out at home, and that's even a better stats for him. But the bottom line is it needs to be a complete team effort, and right now this Blues team has not put in a complete team effort from every single person in the lineup and from every single pitcher that we'll see out on the mound, and that's going to be the challenge going forward.
So the Gulls come out on top with a run in the 7th to take the lead and a run in the 8th to add another run and win this game by 2. We'll sign off for our portion of the post-game show. Thanks for making the trip out here. I know you got a long bus ride back, so we'll let you get to that as I'll go down and find tonight's player of the game. But for now, I'll toss it over to the Newport Gulls field reporter, John Perrick, to take us the rest of the way until that point.
Well, thank you very much, Zach. Well, again, the final here in Newport, the Gulls 7 and the Bristol Blues 5. But although the Gulls came out on top, they didn't really have their A game tonight. Really kind of a sloppy baseball game. We saw them put together 3 hours in the field, but a series of just mental errors throughout, especially one that comes to mind is in the end, you got a 2-run lead. You're trying to just finish the game in the 9th inning, and then the Newport Gulls just make an unwanted error in left field on a routine fly ball, and at that point you're saying, oh boy, here we go again. We might see some more 9th inning dramatics as this game was filled with dramatics, lead changes throughout. But the Gulls, of course, were able to rebound with 3 straight fly balls to Sam Cochran out there in right field, and that put a bow on it. But just going back, Newport, they needed a good start tonight. Really, this could have become a huge bullpen day. It was a bit of a bullpen day, but Umberger came out there and put together 4 solid innings. Didn't allow a hit. No hits. Pretty crazy there. Even though he gave up 1 run, and he allowed a series of walks throughout. Got himself into trouble in the first inning, but then the storyline, strikeouts. 9 total strikeouts. An outstanding performance, really, for the pitcher. The Virginia Tech product for Newport. As the Gulls win their 4th straight, they now advance to 6-1. And with Martha's Vineyard in the win column, they are at a tie in the Southern Division. And now let's just take a look at the out-of-town score. The out-of-town scoreboard. As I said, Martha's Vineyard in the win column. They defeated the Westerners by a score of 8-3. Martha's Vineyard went up early 5-1 in the first inning, and then they just didn't look back, pouring on the runs. It looked a little dicey at one point as the Westerners came back with 2 runs, first in the 3rd and then in the 4th. But the Sharks were able to hold on and win handedly by a final of 8-3. And then in North Adams, the Steeplecats took out the reigning champion Keene Swamp Bats by a final of 7-3. Keene went up early 2-0, and then it didn't take long for North Adams to strike, scoring 3 in the 2nd, and they too kept the pressure on, putting up a 3 spot in the 6th inning against Keene. And now they are in the win column 7-3 for North Adams. That is only their 2nd win of the season. They now advance to a record of 2-2. And then for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, they are in the win column, final of 8-3. And now we've got Zach Letson with our player of the game. Let's send it down to Zach.
Zach Letson here with tonight's South Coast Health Player of the Game, Grant Umberger, tonight's starting pitcher for the Gulls this evening. And Grant, you got your first start on the mound this season tonight. How'd you feel out there versus coming in a relieving role?
It was a lot of fun. Felt relaxed, determined, focused. Just had a good time.
Well, you pitched pretty well out there. You got 8 strikeouts, struck out the side twice. What was working for you out there to kind of sustain that dominance on the mound?
I felt like I was throwing pretty hard today, and I was just spinning off speed pitches off of that and just attacking hitters.
Well, you pitched well despite having some base runners on in those 4 innings. Didn't allow a hit. How are you able to stay focused even after allowing a couple walks and just kind of staying focused and powering through to leave base runners on and get out of jams?
Well, you just kind of got to go pitch by pitch, not worry about what you threw in the past, and just keep going forward.
All right. Well, Grant, thanks so much for the time. See you tomorrow. All right. The Gulls come out on top for a 4th straight time tonight against the Bristol Blues by a score of 7-5. That'll do it for us here from Cardines Field. The Gulls will be right back out here tomorrow against the Danbury Westerners, a 6:35 p.m. start here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Tonight we'd like to thank everyone that made tonight's broadcast possible. Scott Gladstone, the broadcaster for the Bristol Blues, alongside John Perrick, the field reporter for the broadcaster for the Bristol Blues, John Perrick, the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Tom Lima in the studio producing as he always does, and everyone behind the scenes that made tonight's broadcast possible. That'll do it for us from Cardines Field tonight. We'll see you right back out here tomorrow.